All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to tonight's live stream. I know we are a little bit late to the party, but we are live. We are live. We just watched the finale of that last game where the Detroit Lions got the win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 24-9. The Seattle Seahawks opening up this game with a touchdown as well as Zach Charbonnet finds the end zone. Looks like they are going to bring this football out to about the 40-yard line, and the Houston Texans now have possession here. My name is Mario Manuel. You're watching Football Nation. Let's get ourselves situated right now and end all of this. TM Martin saying game is over. It sure is, TM. It sure is. Let's pop out our new chat right now. We are live. I thought this game had been started. It had been started. Jump in right now. We are live in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm making some quick adjustments here. Please bear with me, folks. Please bear with me. 7 minutes and 22 seconds on the board. Houston with the football right now. Houston Texans have possession here. We've got a single back formation waiting for the snap right now. Is C.J. Stroud. He will hand this off, and it looks like Woody Marks will get a carry for about 2-yard pickup. A 2-yard pickup from Marks out here on the right-hand side. Let's just double check. Pull up my Houston cheat sheet there as well. Make a copy. Get all this set up. Got a couple things I need to make adjustments for. Got a couple things I need to make some quick adjustments for. Stat board being one of them. Let's get this to, I think it should be this one here. Okay, here's our stat board. I got too much noise in my headphones. 2nd down and 8 coming up right now after the 2-yard gain. On the left-hand side, the snap, the survey, looks to the right, will wind up and throw. Catch is going to be made. Looks like Marks will pick up about 7 yards on the 2nd down and 8. It becomes a 3rd down and 1. 3rd down coming up here for the Houston Texans. It's 3rd and short. Now, 3rd down and 1. The clock is ticking. Mario is getting himself adjusted. Wrong stat board. Oh, yes, I'm aware, but I need to do the setup first, my friend. I need to do my setup here first before I get this correct stat board. Okay, that's the drive chart. Now I can copy and paste this one over here. Here's the snap on 3rd down and 1. This play will go backwards, and the Seahawks defense will get the stop now. Well done by Seattle's defense. And one final adjustment here. We got to get our drive chart set up on ESPN. So the drive chart is there as well. Let's change this one here for our chat overlay. Chat overlay has been adjusted, and we are good, folks. There you go. There you go, brother says Epics. We're good. We are all set, my friend. 4th down and 2 coming up after the loss of 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're watching Football Nation. 4th down and 2 coming up, and a punt now heading your way as the Houston Texans will face a quick drive here, a quick 3 and out. This boot going to go too far. It does take a bounce in the end zone. It will be a touchback, and the Seattle Seahawks will get that football back. Seattle Seahawks now have the football. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Welcome into tonight's game. A couple things I still need to change. I got to get my stat board. I had it, and I lost it. Seahawks depth charts. Here we go. We'll download this MP4. Separate pages. That will download. Okay, Let's make some additional changes, guys. So, y'all just saw all of these graphics for the other teams in the last game. Let's start with something simple that I know I've got at home. Seattle Seahawks, away team Houston Texans. Home team going to be Seattle. Home team not looking to lose this game. I got to ask y'all the question, who will win? Who will win this game? Who will win, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Football Nation. My name is Mario. Welcome back in. If you guys are with us for the last one, glad to be here, guys. So, Seahawks, Texans. Who will win this game? What do you think, guys? If I could even spell. I can't even spell right now. That's okay. Got to get our depth charts here as well. So, Texans depth. Got to pull up my depth charts for both of these teams. Seahawks depth. We are in the middle of a commercial break, folks, so you're not missing any of the action right now. and I am downloading some additional files here so I can get you what you're looking for. But a quick adjustment, a quick bounce over, right? It wasn't too bad. I'm not a completely incompetent boob. I'm okay. Houston Texans, Seattle Seahawks, 1st and 10 coming up right now. And our drive charts getting pulled up. Our chat room starting to fill up. Over 1,000 people watching. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate y'all checking back in for another one. We had a touchback. The Seahawks. Seahawks now going to get the football. Let's get that tiny text blown up right now. There we go. That looks better. Let's make it even bigger. Bigger, Seattle Seahawks. Let's get that home team logo centered away. I'll move out of the way. Texans looking a little on the large side right there, but everything is bigger in Texas, ain't it? Everything is bigger in Texas. There we go. That should be the right size. Okay, guys, Seattle Seahawks have the football on the 20-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. Seahawks on the last drive did score a touchdown, courtesy of Zach Charbonnet, who's in on the play. This time motion on the field from Cooper Kupp as he goes to the top of the screen. Sam Darnold calls a quick audible, looks to the right, looks to the left from the 20-yard line. Here's the snap, a little play action. He looks towards Kupp. He will wind up and throw. Cooper Kupp makes the grab to the 40, the 45. A first down, Seattle Seahawks. And the Seahawks will pick up a big first down here. 1st and 10 coming up for the Hawks. For the Sea Chickens. For the Seattle Seahawks, lay down some respect on the winning team right now. By the way, Seattle Seahawks, Houston Texans. These two teams, I got to get their records correct here. Actually, that seems to be correct. How coincidental. Single back formation. Waiting for the snap. Sam Darnold under center. 2 receivers on the left. He fakes the handoff again. Darnold in a clean pocket. He's in trouble. He will scramble. He will wind up and throw. There's nobody in the area that was in the pocket. Is there a flag for grounding? No. 2nd down and 10 with 4:24 left to go. 2nd down and 10 with 4:24 left to go. Football at the Houston 48-yard line. So the Seahawks already across midfield. Who's got Seahawks players tonight? First of all, what's up? Thanks for checking into the chat, guys. You guys came in quickly from the last live stream. 4:24 left to go here in the first quarter. Who is Seattle's tight end? Seattle has a multitude of tight ends, but today it's A.J. Barner and Elijah Arroyo. I formation. This snap from the 48-yard line, it's a handoff to Charbonnet. A swim move here, takes it to about the 40. Call that a gain of 8. This will bring up a 3rd down and 2, and the clock will start to tick again. 3rd down and 2, clock is ticking. Okay, all right, 3rd down and 2. The Seattle Seahawks on a good drive right now. They are inside of Houston Texans territory. The Seahawks kind of showing us how it should be done here, looking very good offensively on this drive. I have no complaints from what I'm witnessing here. Motion on the field from Jackson Smith-Njigba. He's a lone wide receiver at the bottom of the screen. He's in motion again. It's a handoff. This time Charbonnet gets just to about the line to gain, but they will mark him short. It's a 4th down and 1, maybe a 4th down and inches, and the clock will continue to tick as the official says, right here, buddy, right here. Not enough for a first down. 4th and inches now coming up at the 39-yard line. Camera has just cut over to DeMeco Ryans and is bouncing around. Lots of different players. Seahawks fans in here right now. David Baco saying how many outs? Strike 3 for the Seattle Seahawks. No, it's a 4th and 1. Sam Darnold, a quarterback sneak here. Waiting for the snap. Darnold under center will take it. He will be pushed. He gets a little help from his friends, and they will pick up the first down. The official saying this way, which means Seattle Seahawks. First down. First down for Seattle. First down for the Birds. What's going on? Game of inches. Like last game, says Mats. That's gonna supersonics necessity, says Dirt Floor. That was quick. Thanks for your dedication, guys. Go Cowboys. I got a feeling, Texans, says Brett Best. Thanks for checking in, Brett. Okay. First down coming up. This time from the 37-yard line. Single back formation, motion on the field. Darnold will fake the handoff. He tosses this one to Walker. Walker in his own backfield. He's in trouble. Has to get back to the line of scrimmage. Will pick up a yard on the play. It's a 2nd down and 9. 2nd down and 9. The officials stop the clock right here, and then they punch it back in. So a quick stop, A quick punch back. Go Hawks, says Country Chaos. Hooey hooing saying, what's going on? Hooey hooey, I see you out there. Checking in. Man, they scored right away. Straight to jail. Right away, Country. Overcook, undercook, overcook. Straight to jail. Okay, y'all. 2nd down and 9. The clock was stopped for whatever reason. They took an extra long stop on the clock right here. Looks like there was a penalty. It's a 1st and 5. I don't know where that penalty came from, but I see 1st and 5 on my screen. Seeing what that happened. Kenneth Walker looks like a defensive offsides on the play, guys. So it was a free play on the last one. 1st and 5 ends up being a run to the right-hand side, and Zach Charbonnet will pick up 8 yards on that one. That is good for a 1st down. 1st down, Seattle Seahawks. A $2 super chat coming in. What's going on? Shot Bjark. Shot B. York, thank you for checking in. Do you think the Texans can win? It's $200 to win $950 on the payout. Woof. Woof. That's, I think the Texans can win. Their offense has looked rough this season, though. I will show you guys some stats once those download. A handoff to the left-hand side, and Kenneth Walker will get backed up. It's a loss of a couple yards on this. It brings up a 2nd down and 11. Clock is ticking once again, and we are getting closer and closer to the end of this 1st quarter. Closer and closer to the end of the 1st quarter. Mariners are in deep trouble, says Gary Streen. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened? What's the difference between $1 and a pound? One is European money. One is more English money than anything. After Brexit, the British exit from the European Union. But I'm not here to give a geopolitical dissertation. Here's a snap on 2nd down and 11. Dropping back and throwing this one away is Sam Darnold on 2nd and 11. It brings up a 3rd down and 11 with 33 seconds left to go in the 1st quarter. 3rd down and 11. The football at the Houston Texans 25. Seattle Seahawks inside of field goal range, guys. Hey, I know I'm bringing on the intensity, and this might feel really intense, but let's bring this back into perspective right now. The score is 7-0. The Seattle Seahawks have a 1-score lead, a 1-touchdown lead over the Houston Texans. They are in scoring position here at the 25-yard line, and we have a lot of motion on the field right now. Darnold, empty backfield from the 25, takes the snap. He looks left. He looks right. He sees a man in his face. He's being chased down. He's on the run. He will scramble, and he will take a hit. He goes out of bounds right there. This will bring up a 4th down and about 8. There's a flag on the play. Let's find out what this one is. Chat, how much do I put on Moneyline Texans? Oof. That's a tough one out there. Shot Bjark. There's a flag on the play. We're waiting for the call. He dropped the super chat twice. What's my favorite game show? Ask Timestamp. Whose line is it anyway? It's got to be whose line is it anyway. Where the points don't matter. Where the points don't matter. Guys, this is going to be a big hit on Sam Darnold. They're going to call this personal foul, unnecessary roughness on Azeez Al-Shaair, who is known for taking out quarterbacks. He did the same thing last season to Trevor Lawrence and was suspended for games for doing so. That is going to be Azeez Al-Shaair. Unnecessary roughness against the Houston Texans. That is going to be an automatic Seattle Seahawks 1st down. 1st down for Seattle moves them to the Houston 11. Moves them to the Houston 11 after a bonehead kind of play. Ward saying, I couldn't connect with you until now. You haven't missed a whole lot except for an earlier game. Motion on the field from Kenneth Walker. Here is the snap. He looks to this throw. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Let's go! Touchdown, Seattle Seahawks. Jackson Smith-Njigba will get the touchdown there to end the quarter. He will be flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown. He will be flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown. The extra point attempt will be coming up, but, I didn't do my sound. I said touchdown, so we have to get touchdown, Seattle Seahawks. That is 6 points on the board. Jackson Smith-Njigba gets the 6 points. The score is 13-0. The score is 13-0. The second quarter about to get, we're going to go to this quick commercial break here. There is the flag for JSN dunking on the post. JSN dunking on the post. So, waiting for the call. They're going to say unsportsmanlike conduct. It's going to be blah, blah, blah. What happened to the 2-point safety? Oh, that's a different game. That was a different game. The Dallas Cowboys got dropped in a 2-point safety. That was a good one. Texan emoji here, says Country. We need to get a Texan emoji. I got you, Country. We got to get a Texans emoji. Did the Seahawks emoji still stay? Yeah, we got Seahawks emoji. Got to get a Texans emoji. Okay. Man, they're taking a really long time to end this quarter. They're literally just kind of standing around right now. Unsportsmanlike conduct, the penalty is 15 yards. They're going to tack that on at the end of the kickoff coming up right now. Or maybe they're going to tack that on the extra point attempt. In between downs, not quite sure where they're enforcing this one. I need to cut over here. I need to make a quick adjustment in the YouTube studio to make sure that you guys get your Houston Texans emoji. Here comes the extra point attempt. This extra point attempt from the 37-yard line. The kick is up. The kick is good. And so the score becomes 14-0. The Seahawks getting that one on the board. There is no more flag. It'll be a 1st and 10. We're going to get a kickoff here. Texans going to get the football after that one. Moving this over. Badges and emojis. Emojis. Let's get rid of the Jaguars emoji. Replace image. Let's change it with NFL logos. Houston Texans. There it is. Save and publish. All right, guys. If you just refresh your screens, you should be able to use those now. You should be able to use those now. You should have extra emojis available and amenable to you for the Houston Texans. If you're a Texans fan, they are there. What's going on, guys? Welcome to this live stream. Shout out to all of the Houston Texans fans watching. Shout out to all of the Seattle Seahawks fans watching right now. Ramirez checking in right now asking, what did I miss? You have missed 2 touchdowns in this game. Both of them, the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks have 14. Houston Texans have yet to score right now. Lance Bowers dropping those Houston Texans logos. What's going on, Lance? I see you, big dog. Let's go. They are there. Eric checking in, saying, Cuéntamelo, Tigre. Cuéntamelo, Tigre. ¿Qué onda, Eric? ¿Qué tal, mi amigo? ¿Qué onda, papá? Ahí está Eric Cifuentes, que dice, Cuéntamelo, Tigre. Ya tú sabes que ese hombre tiene que ser del Caribe. Ese hombre tiene que ser del Caribe. Here's Todd Tier with the Texans. Here's Country with the Texans. Here's Jermaine Event with the Texans. Okay, I represent Scrooston, Texas. Let's rise up, Texans, says Daniel. Just your fan on this game, says Eric. Look, so I'm okay with either of these teams winning right now. Again, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, so either way, I'm good with it. I was wondering, is that okay? I heard no sound coming out of my TV during a commercial. Just tripped me out right here. Hit the like, familia, dice Arturo Ramírez. Gracias, Arturito. Arturito con el super chat. En la casa, Blue Jays up 4-3 in the top of the 8th. Looks like George Springer hit a 3-run home run in the top of the 8th. Oh, my goodness. These games happening side by side right now, folks. Game 7 happening at T-Mobile Park, the blimp view. I guess these days it's no longer a blimp. These games literally happening, like literally happening 200 yards from each other. There are people in the stands right now watching the Game 7 happening here with the Blue Jays. Seattle is locked into sports tonight, folks. Here's the kickoff after the Seattle score. And it goes back to the Houston Texans, a 1st and 10 at the Houston 30-yard line. What happened to CJ? What happened to CJ? I don't know. CJ Stroud, is there something wrong with CJ Stroud? Let's take a look right now. Who is taking the field here? Houston Texans. CJ Stroud. It would be Davis Mills if there's something wrong with CJ Stroud here. CJ Stroud is 2 of 3 for 30 in this game right now. 2 of 3 for 20, excuse me. Stroud Waits for the snap. 5 yards total in this game after penalties and stuff. The handoff to the left-hand side. Looks like Nick Chubb will pick up 5 yards. It's 2nd down and 5. Chubba-dub-dub. Chubba-dub-dub, the ex-Cleveland Brown. A man who's got flamingo legs after they got beat up. Oh, they're in Toronto saying living like Larry. That's true. They are in Toronto. But that doesn't mean that Seattle isn't locked in for their sports. That's a good point. That is Game 7 in Toronto. Thank you, living like Larry. Catch is made for a good first down here, Houston Texans. First down. Appreciate the correction, living like Larry. You are 100% correct. That game is in Toronto. Houston on the field, playing in Seattle, though. Seattle Seahawks at home. They are locked in on sports for sure, though. Been waiting 48 years for the Mariners to make it to the World Series, says Jerry Gone Fishing. 1st and 10, a wind-up and a throw this time. The catch will be made. A tough grab here. There's a flag on the play. There's going to be some contact. I wonder if this is going to be pass interference. I don't know. Josh Joby was draped all over Nico Collins, but Collins made the grab. Let's find out what the officials have to say. This could be an OPI, though. No, Nico Collins definitely going to make the catch, and that is not OPI. That's DPI. This one will probably be declined. Let's see what the officials have to say. Probably going to be declined. Let's hear what the officials have to say. Fouls by both teams on the play. Ineligible receiver downfield. Pass interference, guys, on the defense. Both penalties will offset here. So, ineligible receiver downfield for the Houston Texans. Pass interference on the Seattle Seahawks. Those penalties offset. It'll be replay, first down. 1st and 10 once again from the Houston own 41-yard line. Houston Texans with the football now. Houston Texans looking to march towards the Seattle Seahawks. Offsetting penalty, says Jermaine Event. People said the Seahawks be trash this year. They surprised everyone with Sam Darnold. There's the snap. Looking to the right, looking to the left. Gonna scramble, a windup and a throw. A miscue right there. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, passes incomplete. 2nd down and 10 coming up. 13:25 on the clock. I've got some things I got to make some changes. Josh Job, bro. Josh Job, not Joby. Josh Job saying, I've always called him Josh Joby, never Job. Job. Interesting. First time I've ever been corrected on that. I've been calling that name for years, and no one said anything to me. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Looking to the left, looking to the right, stepping up through the pocket. On the run, C.J. Stroud will throw, and it's a dropped pass. On 2nd and 10, wide open, Nico Collins couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down and 10 now coming up with 13:19 left on the board. I was there when the Royals won the World Series over the Cardinals, 2 Missouri teams, when Chiefs were playing next door at Arrowhead. The Royal Stadium, beautiful. Controversial call at first base, says Mark McKay. Butterfingers rigged, says Krager. 3rd down. A big conversion here. Can the Texans convert? Pressure coming in. This Seahawks defense will blitz. A windup and a throw, and the pass is incomplete. Great job there by Maffa to break that up. And Maffa gets a hand on the football, bats that one down. Looks like Nico Collins was the intended receiver again. It'll bring up a 4th down and 10, and we are going to go to a quick commercial break after the punt here. Punt team going to come out. Boya Maffa with a big one. What's going on, Martin Barishash? Thank you for taking in. WTH, I could have caught that one, says Julie. Julie could have caught that one. Wentz is a has-been, says Mike. Here is the boot. This one going back to the 15-yard line. Bobbled and recovered. It's returned to the 20, getting out to the 25, getting out to the 31-yard line. Krager with a $3 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Rock and roll. 1st and 10. The Seattle Seahawks offense going to take the field one more time. Okay, Mario still needs to plug in his graphics here. I do still need to plug in my graphics. Let's do one quick adjustment. One quick adjustment here. We're going to take all these. We're going to move them here. If I put them here, are we good? We're good. And we're going to do these one at a time, guys. So, home team stats. Today, the home team stats right now. We'll take a quick look at that. Pop this one up right here. The Seattle Seahawks at home, guys. The Seattle Seahawks are at home today. Take a look at their numbers. The Seahawks with Sam Darnold. Is Sam Darnold the real deal? Is Sam Darnold the real deal? Points per game, 27.7. That is 5th in the NFL. They are the best team in yards per play, although they do commit a lot of penalties. So yards per game by the end of it, 3.56 for the offense for the Seattle Seahawks. Top 10 team inside of the red zone, bottom 10 team in third down efficiency, but the red zone conversions are really good. Defensively, the Seattle Seahawks are a top 10 team. Points per game allowed, giving up less than 20. Excuse me. Giving up less than 20. Third down, yards per play, also a top 10 team here, and a top 10 team inside the red zone defensively. A lot of parallels here when we look at points per game, yards per play, and red zone efficiency. Very good numbers for the Seattle Seahawks on both sides. Thanks for the play-by-play. It's a shame that it's not on local TV. I'm not paying Jack the Tripper prices for cable. Much appreciated. Chuck Seeger, I got you, bro. That's literally why this channel exists, man, to help you guys out. So we just took a look at the stats. We can bring up the offense here as well. Home offense. I'd like to get that situated. Let's pull up the home defense as well. This is for the Detroit Lions. Let's change this over to the home defense. Graphics that we make every day for every stream, just for you. We will break these down as needed, guys. The away stats we do also need to look at. Coming out of this quick commercial break, let's go with the away stats. The home team has the football. We'll get into these numbers here momentarily. Quick call at the line from the 32-yard line. Sam Darnold takes the snap and hands this one off. Looks like Kenneth Walker doesn't like the angle here, but he is swarmed by a bunch of Texans jerseys. Kamari Lassiter is there for a tackle for loss. 2nd down and 11, the clock starts ticking. 2nd down and 11, and the clock starts ticking. Mario Freezer is filling up. Hit that like button and subscribe. Ward, your deer freezer. Mule Deer Saturday. Mario Freezer is filling up. Mule and a deer? I'm always a fan of some good backstrap, bro. I've never been hunting, but I know a thing or two living in Texas. Shotgun formation, waiting for the snap motion on the field. Here's the play. The blitz coming in. Sam Darnold will wind up and throw. The catch is made on the right-hand side. There is going to be a penalty on this one. Flag on the play. Let's find out what this one is. Cooper Kupp did make the grab, so that would bring up a 3rd down here, but it looks like it's going to be a holding against the offense. So holding. Seattle Seahawks. It was a 2nd down and 11, holding on the offense, a 10-yard penalty. This will be a repeat of 2nd down. So it brings up a 2nd down and 21 after the penalty. 2nd down and 21, the official has punched this one back in. From the left hash, the football is at the 21-yard line. 2nd and 21 from the 21. Seattle Seahawks with the football. Motion on the field, waiting for the snap. Darnold will take it, and Darnold will look to the right. He will fire. Catch is made by JSN, and Jackson Smith-Njigba will pick up 15 yards on 2nd and 21. 3rd down and 6 coming up after a good catch by number 11. JSN with the grab. Can he get another one? I need like a 3-touchdown game from Jackson Smith-Njigba today. I need him to show up big. I needed Baker Mayfield and Jackson Smith-Njigba to outscore David Montgomery by like 37 points. So I need a huge game today. 3rd down and 6. Jackson Smith-Njigba going to the top of this screen just outside the numbers here. Waiting for the snap. There it is. A free play. Maybe a false start. The whistles come in and blow this one dead. They're going to call this a false start on the offense. Yikes, man. Flag on the play. False start. That's going to back them up. Seattle Seahawks. Penalty here. False start. Offense. That will be on Horton there. Torrey Horton going to commit the penalty. It's 3rd down and 11. This puts the Seahawks on their own 31-yard line. 3rd down, the Houston Texans looking for a stop. This defense, if any defense can get a stop, it is this defense that can get the stop. Here's the play, the 4-man rush, airing this one out. Deep shot downfield. Incomplete pass, looking for the flag, not going to get it. Intended for Torrey Horton. The pass is incomplete. It stops the clock with 10:44. I need walking. Can you give me 6? Says Aiden. You need Walker. You need Walker to give you 6. Kenneth Walker, it's possible, man. I've got a Monday Night Miracle that I'm hoping for here. I've got a Monday Night Miracle that I'm hoping for now. Here is the punt team for the Seattle Seahawks, and the Houston Texans will regain possession. Houston Texans will regain possession after this punt right now. Here's the boot. This one going back. This will be returned from the 15 to the 20, shy of the 25, down at the 24, 1st and 10 coming up for the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans, ladies and gentlemen, wearing white jerseys. The Seahawks wearing their blue jerseys with that action green there as well. Okay, quick commercial break. Lamar is washed, says Davy Jones. Okay, we got to talk about some things because we didn't talk about this because we didn't have a pregame. The offense for the Houston Texans has not been good. They don't have Joe Mixon. Obviously, Tank Dell is still injured. They've now lost Stephon Diggs. So they are looking a little less than what they should be right now for the Houston Texans. They do have Nick Chubb and Davis Mills, but when we break these down, there's nothing to get excited about offensively for Houston. When we look at the defense, though, there is no team giving up less points in all of football than these Houston Texans. Unfortunately for them, they've already given up more than their average. The Texans only giving up 12 points per game. Today, they've already given up 14, and we're still in the first half of this one. Yards per play allowed, 265. Yards per game allowed, 265. Yards per play allowed, 4.7. All of those are top 5 categories, and one of them is the absolute best. On 3rd downs, this team only giving up a success rate at 36% to opposing offenses, but that Seattle Seahawks team is pretty stingy there on both sides as well. I still got to set up the offense here. Take a quick look. This is going to be away offense. Cool. Away defense. Take a quick look at the away defense. Couple of big names for both of these teams here, guys, both offensively and defensively. The Houston Texans, folks, the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud going to be the main quarterback for this squad. Davis Mills, should something happen to him, is the backup. Nick Chubb, Woody Marks are available. Dameon Pierce is out. Wide receivers, Nico Collins on one side. Christian Kirk has actually been ruled out for this contest, so no Christian Kirk either. We will see Xavier Hutchinson, and we will see Jalen Noel. We'll probably see some Jaden Higgins, maybe some Braxton Berrios. I don't know what they're going to dial up right now. The Houston Texans are on offense after the last punt. Here comes a 1st and 10. Who's got this? Chubb to score a 5 touchdowns? Yeah, man, that'd be crazy. Bjark. I don't know why I'm struggling with your name, man, but what's up, Shot? Here's the snap on 1st and 10. A look to the left. The throw is incomplete. 2nd down and 10 to open things up with 10:30 on the board. 10:30 on the board, and Jay saying that Mike Evans has a broken collarbone. Yikes, man. That is terrible. Shot in the Bjark. I think it's Byrak. I'm not quite sure. I saw it come in. Here it is one more time. There's the name. Looks like it's Bjark. Yeah, it's Bjark. Okay, trying to read these out loud. Ladies and gentlemen, 2nd down and 10. I'm going to pull away the comment section. I got a 2nd down and 10, the Houston Texans at their own 24-yard line. C.J. Stroud will take the snap. The pressure coming in. A flag on the play. Stroud will throw it. They don't blow the whistle. They say it's a fumble and a scoop and score. It's fumbled back the other way. Is this going to be a safety? What just happened here? Oh, man, this would be a safety if it's fumbled back into the end zone. There's a flag on the play and a lot of confusion right now. They are saying safety. C.J. Stroud saying that he was throwing that one forward. They're calling it a fumble. It was recovered by the Houston Texans, but it was recovered in their own end zone. Y'all, this play from the 24-yard line, what kind of funhouse mirror nonsense is this? C.J. Stroud fumbled the football. It goes backwards. It's going to be fumbled just shy of the line, just shy of the end zone here. There's a flag. There's a penalty right here. It's against the Houston Texans. The penalty will be declined. I think the Seattle Seahawks just got a safety. They're showing safety here. C.J. Stroud tried to throw that forward. Did he manage to make that a forward pass? DeMeco Ryans might challenge this. This will need to be reviewed. My screen says 16 points, though. So I think this is going to be a safety for the Seattle Seahawks. Penalty was declined. Safety for Seattle. Wow. Oh, hey-oh. Sorry, it would be 16. It would be 16, but let's see. This is now probably going to be reviewed here, guys. Let's take a moment because this might get reviewed. Let's take a quick moment because this will be reviewed. All scoring plays are reviewed. They're going to take a look at this, guys. They're going to see if the Texans actually had a forward pass or not. It'll be automatically reviewed, says Imperfect Bob. All scoring plays are reviewed. DJ Jean saying safety dance. You can dance if you want to. You can leave the Texans behind. 2 for Seattle Seahawks, says Victor Hugo. Que onda, Victor Hugo? Mariners are fading, says Living Like Larry. Amore, thank you for checking in. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. That's amore. Yes, I do have quite the tie collection, bro. You want to see it, dude? Why not, man? We're in the middle of a commercial break. Let's talk some ties right here. You guys can tell me which one y'all like the best. Hang on. Okay. I've actually got quite a few ties, my friends. It's kind of crazy how many ties I have right now. Take a look at this. We'll start with, oh, God bless America. Okay. I even grabbed a jersey in the process. Cowboys jersey in the process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the club, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store. More ties, more ties. 2 more ties here. Is anybody keeping count of these just yet? I've got all of these. Hang on. I've also got another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. You get the pattern here? Another one. This one's actually Santino's. Another one. Another one. I've got like 8 more that are just out here on the floor. Guys, we are tied up, bro. We are all tied up. Here's the play call from the officials. It is a fumble recovered by the defense. The offense, the initial offense recovered in the end zone for a touchback. So, okay. So, they got lucky. It's not a safety, guys. That's actually the right call. Let's explain what just happened right now. Let's explain what just happened right now. So, it is a touchback, not a safety. Let's subtract those points. Here's what happened. Get rid of all these extra ties that I just busted out for absolutely no reason. And I have more ties downstairs as well. Okay, so they ended up recovering the fumble. The Seahawks did recover the fumble, folks. But because they recovered the fumble, they were now the ones with possession. The Seahawks then fumbled the football into the end zone, and it was recovered by the Houston Texans because there was a change of possession here, and that results in a touchback. So no 2 points here. They're going to wind up and throw on the left-hand side. This is 2nd down and 15. It becomes 3rd down and 12. 3rd down and 12. I hope that was explained clearly enough. Once it becomes the other team's possession, if they are dispossessed going into their own. By the way, the Toronto Blue Jays just beat the Seattle Mariners. Thank you, guys. Got it. Okay. So 9:50, guys. 9:50 on the board here. The score is 14-0. The safety was brought back. The Seattle Seahawks fan base getting very loud right here, that 12th man. On 3rd and 12 from the 22-yard line, C.J. Stroud will throw to a wide receiver screen. The wide receiver screen will not be enough for the first down. Catch will be made by Noel. It'll bring up a 4th down and 7. Excuse me, there's a flag on the play again with 9:30 here left to go. It's going to be a holding. That penalty will be declined. It's holding on the offense. Penalty will be declined. It'll bring up a 4th down. 4th down and 7. Okay. Mario keeping it tight, says Roy Williams. Oh, yeah, my friend. Got a lot of them. Got a lot of them. Victor Hugo saying, see you later, my friends. Well, Seahawks fans, if you're a Mariners fan, the Mariners will not advance this time. We're going to have East Coast and I guess maybe not East Coast. We're going to have Canadian and California baseball coming up for the World Series. Here is the punt on 4th down and 7. It's returned from the 30 out past the 40 out to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for the Seattle Seahawks. A one-sided affair here in Seattle. And maybe the Seattle Seahawks will get an opportunity here to redeem, excuse me, Dete dropping the logos here for the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays will win. Was your Cowboys chain with those ties? No, DJ Gene. I actually keep my Dallas Cowboys chain with my one solid Dallas Cowboys blue tie separately from all the other ties in that corner. I treat my chain with some respect out here. I treat my chain with some respect. Does your chain hang low? Does it wobble in the flow? Trash game, I'm more interested in the ties right now, says Matt. That's pretty funny. Why did I bet on these running backs? They're trash. Probably going to get my 125 combined yards, though. The chain and tie combo, very nice. Always got to have it, Wally G. Yo, Wally G, haven't seen you in the house in a while. Party on Young Street, LMAO, says DJ Gene. We treat that chain with love for sure. We just hit to 54.4. Do need to break down some more additional stats. So that being said, guys, no need for me to be seated just yet. There's still plenty of football left to be played here, but I do want to talk about what we've seen so far in this game, considering we jumped in late on this game. So just so everyone is up to speed with what we've seen so far. This game, Sam Darnold today. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Darnold today, 6 of 10 for 100 passing yards. He does have one passing touchdown, and the man who had that receiving touchdown was Jackson Smith-Njigba. He does have 3 targets, 2 receptions, good for 26 yards, and 10 fantasy points in full-point PPR formats. So Arroyo, the tight end, actually going to have the most receiving yards today. It's not A.J. Barner, although A.J. Barner is listed as the starter here for the Seattle Seahawks. But Arroyo, 2 targets, 2 receptions, good for 35. Cooper Kupp, 1 target, 1 reception, good for 32. Torrey Horton has 1 target, no reception there for the Seattle Seahawks offense. For the Houston Texans offense, C.J. Stroud has completed 5 of 10 for 34 yards. Nick Chubb has 3 carries for just 7 yards. Not looking great offensively here for the Houston Texans. Dalton Schultz does have 2 fantasy points. He has 1 target, 1 reception for 13 yards. Nico Collins, a couple grabs for 9. Not a great day for the Houston Texans. Here are the Seattle Seahawks on offense right now, waiting for the snap. Under center in a single back formation is Sam Darnold. Blitz coming in. Play action. No, it's a handoff, and Kenneth Walker's going to get blown up for sure. 1st and 10 for Kenneth Walker. And there's a flag on the play. Let's find out what this one is. That was a wild series, says Mega Man. It sure was, man. It sure was. It's a damn mockery. Seattle scored a ton before coverage. Just playing Football Nation. Y'all the best out. Thank you, Dirt Floor Productions. Waiting for the call from these white hats, folks. The officials. Face mask on the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for the Seattle Seahawks. Mario Edwards going to commit the foul right there. It's a first down for Seattle. We'll move the sticks here. 9:05, and they're at the Houston 42. Easy play like that. Easy play. It'll be hard to beat the Dodgers, says Paulie. Honestly, I think the Dodgers are probably going to win this whole thing, but what do I know? 1st and 10, 42-yard line across midfield. Seattle with the football. The snap, the handoff, left-hand side. Nowhere to go for Kenneth Walker. He will lose another yard. It's 2nd down and 11. Great job by that Houston Texans defense. We saw that they give up the fewest number of points per game, giving up on average just 12 points per game. This was a good start here for the Seattle Seahawks. How long can Seattle keep up the pace? In a shotgun, stepping up to the line is Sam Darnold. Kenneth Walker standing to the left of Sam Darnold. The clock is hot. It's a handoff to Walker. Walker will take it to the 40 on 2nd and 11. It becomes a 3rd down and 8, just a 3-yard pickup here. 3-yard gain. The clock will continue to tick. Derry Hardaway checking in saying, looks like Derry Hardaway saying, Dalton Gang. Dirt Floor Productions saying, I'm like number 423. Thank you for letting me know, Dirt Floor Productions. We are approaching the midway point of the 2nd quarter. I've got another trivia quiz for you guys. So don't go anywhere during half. Here's the snap, looking to the left. Darnold will wind up and throw. The catch is made. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Let's go, number 11. Good catch right there by JSN on 3rd down and 8. He makes a 19-yard grab, taking the football from the Houston 40-yard line down to the Houston 21. Football in Houston territory just outside of the red zone. Kenneth Walker struggling right now. Stop running backwards and losing yards, says John Boy. What up, Johnny Boy? Johnny Boy in the house. What up, homie? Orale, says Maga Man. Does Kenneth touchdown today? Mulligan Mark asks. We're about to find out, sir. Walker in on this play. A little play action. Cooper Kupp going to line up and throw the football. Cooper Kupp throws an interception. Cooper Kupp, he was the quarter. What happened there? Sam Darnold took the snap, tossed it to Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp overthrows the intended receiver, and it's intercepted by Bullock. So Cooper Kupp now has an interception today. What did we just witness? A beautiful takeaway for the Houston Texans. That's what we just witnessed. Great job by the Houston Texans defense right there. Cooper Kupp lined up and threw the football, overthrew Jackson Smith-Njigba. Got excited. He got excited, tried to lead JSN, and instead plucked out of the sky. Bullock makes the play. Okay, says Edgar, where are my Houston Texans fans at right now? Where are my Houston Texans fans at right now? Matt saying womp womp. Seahawks getting too cute right there, says Robbie G. Seahawks getting too cute is what Robbie said right there. What up, Robbie? Come on, CJ Stroud, says Derry Hardaway. What's the phrase that people use? These teens getting too comfortable with that score? I don't know, man. Something about 6 and 7. I don't know. Jermaine Event dropping it up right now. Johnny Boy saying, what's up, my guy? Okay, guys, raise your hand if you did not watch the last game with us. Let me know if you're in the chat. Just drop a few emojis if this is the first game you're catching on Football Nation right now. By the way, we will be seeing these Dodgers. We will be seeing the Dodgers versus these guys right now against the Blue Jays. Josh Miller checking in. What's going on, Josh Miller? Saying I did not catch that last game. Thank you for letting me know, Josh Miller. You are in for a treat today. First time right here, says X-Truth-X. What's going on, X-Truth? Welcome to today's live stream. If you guys missed the first game and you watched the content with another channel, I hope you guys give me a chance tonight, and I hope I can convert y'all to be part of Football Nation. My name is Mario. We do this a lot, guys. I love to check in with the chat and connect with you guys. What's going on? Ross saying, cheers, brother. JD saying, I was here. Brent Moore checking in right now. Who was not here for the first one? Sorry, I missed it. Glad to be here, says Country. Thank you for checking in, Country. Last game was the wildest game ever, says Julie for Hope. Vegas going to let Texas come back. Why do a trick play if you're moving the ball at will, says Hate Diet Pepsi. Hates Diet Pepsi. Looks like we got a newbie in here. Robert Samora saying, my first stream. What's going on, Robert Samora? Were you not here for the last one? I thought you were here for the last one. Trash that play, coach. Throw that one away. Erman checking in. Looks like Ermoni. Moni Black checking in right now. Thanks for checking in, guys. I'm going to step away from the comments right now. Thank you to those of you who have been here all day, guys. Here's the snap, a quick play. It's a screen play to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb goes backwards, and this will be a loss of 5. The Seahawks defense getting in the face right now. Getting in the face right now. Mr. Shoes. Great job, brother, and great tie, he says. Keep it rocking. Thank you, Mr. Shoes. Appreciate you, sir. Johnny Boy saying always here. Let's go, Hawks, says Jeff Cheney. No worries, Eldon Schmidt. We are live right now, sir. Let me add some time on the clock. I didn't stop it during the last commercial break. 6.5 left to go in the first half of this game. A shotgun formation. C.J. Stroud on 2nd down and 15 will wind up and throw. The catch is made. Looks like this time it's going to be Nico Collins who makes the grab. This will be a solid gain right here. Looks like maybe 14 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. A $5 super chat coming in from Shot one more time. Do I cash out money line at half? Loss or ride it? Ride it, bro. Ride it, brother. There's a throw to the left-hand side. Nico Collins on 3rd down and 1. That's good for a first down here. Houston Texans. First down for Houston. Not going to get overly excited, guys. I would like to see the Houston Texans sustain this drive. That first down does move the football to the 35-yard line. Stroud against the 4-man rush. Pressure coming in. He will fumble the football. It's recovered. Oh, man, C.J. Stroud, another fumble. There's a flag on the play. It stops the clock. What's the call? A flag on the play. C.J. Stroud with fumble number 2. Fumble number 2. It's going to be, it looks like it's going to be defensive holding. So a holding on the defense. I'd love you to do a red zone coverage, says William Long. We might consider that, man. Another Boya Mafe getting his hand in there and forcing C.J. Stroud to let go of that football. It doesn't matter. The fumble isn't going to stand. First of all, it was recovered by the Texans. Second of all, the flag on the play is a holding on the Seahawks defense. So this will bring up an automatic first down here for the Houston Texans. Moving out to the 41-yard line, motion on the field. The snap and the handoff to the left-hand side. Woody Marks running with some serious aggression and some real explosiveness. Will take this past midfield. It's an 11-yard pickup for Woody Marks, and that's good for a Houston Texans first down. First down here from the left hash. Doing red zone coverage would be epic, says Alicia. Alicia's saying it would be crazy. That could be fun. So CJ, the fumble doesn't stand right here. Guys, there was a holding earlier. 1st and 10 across midfield at the 48. Seahawks territory. A snap and a handoff. Woody Marks is met almost immediately on the other side of the line of scrimmage. It's a 2nd down and 9 on a 1-yard gain. I got you, Rockin' Rio. Thank you for checking in, Rockin' Rio. Texans rule, says Pool. Says Puletoki. Puletoki checking in. J.R. Fisher saying we need more Woody. Let the man eat. There's a snake in my boot, says Woody Marks. 2nd down and 9. Under center is C.J. Stroud from the 47-yard line. Woody Marks is the back on the play. It's a play action. A wind-up and a throw. The catch is made. Dalton Schultz will take this one. Dalton Schultz to the 25. That's a 22-yard run and a first down for Houston. First down for the Texans here. Good catch on the left-hand side of this one. Next play will come from the left hash. It's a 1st and 10 at the Seattle 25. We are inside of field goal range. The Houston Texans right now on the march. C.J. Stroud in an empty backfield will take the snap. He looks left. He will wind up and throw. There's got to be a flag. Nico Collins looking for one. A late flag coming in. Good job by the officials. There was definitely contact there. So 3:25, there is going to be a flag for DPI here, guys. Pass interference on the defense. Pass interference on the Seattle Seahawks defense. That's going to be another automatic first down here. Pass interference. Oof, who's going to be called for that one? Looks like Thomas going to be called for that one. It's a 1st and 10 outside the red zone at the 20-yard line. Here we go. Houston Texans with the football on the left hash. Nick Chubb in on this play. Nico Collins to the right side. Looks like Dalton Schultz on the left. There's the snap, dropping back and surveying. In trouble, stepping up through the pocket. C.J. Stroud will throw to Nick Chubb. The pass is incomplete. Trying to lead Chubb. Unfortunately, that pass is incomplete. 2nd down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Houston Texans have a 2nd down that they're now trying to deal with here. 2nd down, trying to deal with here. Thanks for the double header, says Rick. I got you, Rick. I got you, Rick. New York and Vegas holding the Seahawks back right now, says Ward. Okay. Y'all made me get back on chat. Football Nation would be great for Red Zone. That would be wild there, Dirt Floor Productions. That would be a lot of fun. Here's the snap. C.J. Stroud slips. Stroud just go ahead and lays down and takes it. He slips, and instead of doing what Trevor Lawrence did and getting back up and getting back to his feet, he kind of rolled over. He played turtle here. Rolled over. My favorite reference, looking like Yamcha. Just going to roll over and die. C.J. Stroud went down, and instead of trying to get up, a little slow there. Clock is ticking right now. So, 14 to 0. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left to go. Looks like after that loss, it's a 3rd down and 15. So, waiting for the snap with the running back to either side. The 4-man rush comes in. C.J. Stroud running out of processing time will find Dalton Schultz, and Schultz will take it inside. Looks like it's Dalton Schultz for a gain of 8 down inside the 20 to the 17. It does make it a 4th down and 7, but I think the field goal unit will come out now. So 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. We're approaching that 2-minute warning. Here comes the field goal attempt here. So football at the 17. Looks like this one's going to be about a 38-yarder right here. Let's see where they mark it. Maybe a 36 field goal attempt. The kick from the right hash is up, and the kick is good. Kaimi Fairbairn gonna put that one up through the uprights, and the score is now 3-14. The field goal will count. So we got a field goal here for the Houston Texans, and at least they get points on the board. The Seattle Seahawks going to get the football afterwards. Looking at the time, 2:18 left to go. It is 10:30 here in San Antonio, Texas. What's going on, guys? What's going on to everyone in the chat? Okay, guys. What's going on out here? It's 10 p.m. on my side of the planet. What did you guys? What's for dinner, man? Enjoying the stream? Question mark. Hit that like button, says Country. Guys, we're close to 54.5. We're creeping up on it. We're actually pretty close to 55. We're closing in on 55,000 subscribers right now. Looks like Tractor Damage checking in. Good morning. An Englishman from Thailand says, you are a great advert for the USA, Mario. Thank you very much. Eres muy buena gente, compadre. Keep it up. Look at this, man. An Englishman in Thailand speaking English and Spanish. Talk about cultured, sir. Thank you for checking in, sir. Cheers to you. Cheers to you. How is San Antonio as a place to live? Asked Jared. That's a good question, man. That's a really good question. affordable. I do like the affordability of San Antonio. Definitely a lot more affordable than the other top cities, top most populated cities in the country. Austin is overpriced. Dallas is overpriced, slowly pricing people out. Houston has some affordable areas, but I think overall San Antonio's affordability is great. San Antonio, out here, guys, we've got Six Flags, we've got SeaWorld, we've got the second best zoo in San Antonio. We're really close to the border. There's maybe a 3-hour drive to get to the beach if you want to get to Corpus Christi, a 5-hour drive if you want to get to a better beach in South Padre. We've also got the Alamo. What else do we got out here? There's stuff to do in San Antonio. If you're looking for something, we've got just about everything. Seguin is quiet, says Bobby Nieto. It is. Let's see. The Alamo says Jeremy. For sure, Houstonian, also in Thailand there. Love the content, says Mr. Robertson. Mr. Roberts TV checking in, a Houstonian in Thailand. Bro, Nick Chubb is killing me too, says Josh Miller. Houston has all that oil money. They sure do, man. Remember the Alamo. I'm from Austin, says Pope Sweet. You're right down the road, man. You're right up 35, my friend. Okay. We are live in San Antonio, Texas. We are hanging out right now. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the first half of this game. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the first half of this game. Seahawks lining up to receive the kickoff after the Houston Texans field goal. After the Houston Texans field goal, this kickoff right now going to be returned from the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30. Running into the contact there. Looks like Holani will bring this out. So 1st and 10 now coming up for Seattle. 1st and 10 for the Seahawks here. You can also get a good fight at Whataburger at 2 in the morning. You definitely can do that. But I haven't been out at 2 in the morning in a long time. You know, with a baby, with an infant son, I haven't been out very much lately anymore. I don't bartend anymore. All of this stuff. Pope Sweet Jesus, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much for those kind words in that comment. The snap out of the pistol, a look to the left. The catch is made. Jackson Smith-Njigba will do a quick little spin move here. He will pick up 5 yards. It's a 2nd down and 5. This one should take us to the 2-minute warning. I can't imagine them trying to squeeze in another play and letting Cooper Kupp throw another interception. This will take us to that 2-minute warning. All right, guys, once again, during halftime, I will have a trivia quiz. So we are in the 2-minute warning right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to let y'all see our trivia quiz just yet. I'm not going to let you guys see our trivia quiz just yet. Just know that it is happening. We'll bring it up during halftime. But we do have a quick little break. Let's read some of these comments right now. Here's one that I haven't asked in a couple of live streams. What was your first concert? What was your first concert ever? My first concert that I went to, that I wanted to go to, it was System of a Down, rock and roll. Screen call is, oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Let's see. One moment. Let's see. Beach Boys. I wish they all could be California girls. Okay, let's see. Fleetwood Mac. That's a good one. Alabama Cascade. Led Zeppelin. Little Led Zeppelin right there. And she's climbing the stairway to heaven. Okay, scrolling by at the bottom, guys, some stats right there. George Strait and George Jones, Green Day, Tacoma. I love Green Day, man. Green Day, I can play every song in the American Idiot album on guitar. Chris Brown in the house. I see you, X-Star Fang. Van Halen, I'm half a teacher. Looks like Slayer in the house. I like it. Cheap Trick as well. Van Morrison, I like that too. Styx, man. Foghat and Styx. Rock and roll. Blackpink, never heard of them. Eddie Money, never heard of him. Jerry Reed. Don't know that I can name a Jerry Reed song off the top of my head. Foreigner would be sick to go see live. Grateful Dead, also a good one. New Kids on the Block. Selena Gomez, says Todd Haskins. Okay. Keep Dreamin', says Courtney. Pink Floyd. Okay, you guys coming in with some good ones, man. Grand Funk Railroad, The Weeknd. I do like The Weeknd. That's a good one. Scrolling by at the bottom of the screen is the spread for today's game. The Seattle Seahawks expected to win this game. Panic at the Disco. Oh, well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor. A snap off here, and this time a breakaway. There goes number 26, Zach Charbonnet, on 2nd down and 5. He will pick up 15 yards, and that's good for a first down as we come out of this commercial break. The 2-minute warning is over, and the Seattle Seahawks looking to lay some down. Peter Gabriel. Oh, I can get down with some Peter Gabriel. Some Sledgehammer. One of my favorite music videos of all time. Sledgehammer for sure. Peter Gabriel, nice name drop. Waiting for the snap here at the 50-yard line. I'm literally playing that song in my head, Sledgehammer. The blitz coming in, a wind-up and a throw. Jackson Smith-Njigba will make the catch. That's good for another first down. Keeps the clock ticking. No timeout coming in for the Seattle Seahawks yet. No timeout coming in for the Seattle Seahawks yet. They get back to the line of scrimmage. Less than 1 minute here left to go in the first half. Sam Darnold dropping back. He steps up. He's in trouble. He will throw this one. It's almost picked off. The pass incomplete. 57 seconds left to go. ZZ Top. Love it, man. Thank you, NXMB. NXMB. U2. I like U2 a little bit. Bono, you know. I think the one song I remember from U2 is that Hello, Hello, we're at a place called Vertigo. It's obviously one of their later songs. U2 been around forever. Journey. Wow. I do love Journey for sure. I do love it as well. There's the snap, a handoff on 2nd and 10. This will be a gain of 5 yards here. Another carry for Zach Charbonnet. They're going to call it a pickup of 6, 2nd down and 4. Zach Charbonnet looking very good today, ladies and gentlemen. Charbonnet, 6 carries for 39 yards. Meanwhile, Kenneth Walker, 7 carries for just 10. Charbonnet is a huge piece right now and a focal point of the Seahawks offense today. Sam Darnold. By the way, 3rd down and 4 at the Houston 34. Inside Houston territory. Seattle Seahawks going to use a timeout to stop the clock with 29 seconds. 29 seconds here left to go. Timeout has been called. Stevie Ray Vaughan, there you go. Kiss is a good one. Stained is a good one. Carlos Santana. I like Carlos Santana too. Little black magic woman out there. Gabriel is magical live, says Todd Tier. Kiss with Uriah Heep. Okay. Field goal, maybe it's possible. Jack saying Santana. And Murray. The second concert was Glenn Campbell, says Rob Samora. Jimi Hendrix would be dope there too. AC/DC. I'm back in black. I can't do it. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Cooper Kupp on the move here on the left-hand side. Sam Darnold looking that way. He's going to have to change his mind. Sam Darnold is on the run. He will throw this thing away. It's a 4th down and 4. It stops the clock with 23 seconds, and the field goal unit will come out here for Seattle. Weird Al Yankovic, that would be fun. Frank Sinatra would also be super fun. Do you have knots in your shoulder? Yeah, I sometimes do. A lot of it is from, just trying to get my exercise in, and the older you get, the longer it takes to recover from a really tough workout. Here comes a field goal for the Seattle Seahawks, this time from the left hash. It's a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if Seattle can put it through. The kick is up, and it's going to be blocked. It's blocked by the Houston Texans. The 53-yard field goal is no good, and the Texans get a blocked kick. Wow. What? Let's go! Houston Texans showing up big time here. Houston Texans showing up big time here. A blocked field goal for Houston. Great effort there, man. Unbelievable. Myers' kick is no good. Myers' kick is no good. That's a block for the Houston Texans defense. So it's a turnover. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Houston now. 1st and 10 for Houston at the 34-yard line. Earth, wind, and fire. Go Chiefs, says James. Celine Dion. And I. Ginger, bro. You want to get sick? You want to get heavy? Ladies, do you have a preferred energy drink? I like sugar-free Red Bull, actually. Yeah, just regular sugar-free Red Bull. Ginger, not a lot of people know that band, bro. Female front singer, and they are sick. Here's the snap on the blitz. In trouble. C.J. Stroud will throw. Hands up in the air. The catch is made. A huge one for Noel to the 25-yard line. Timeout is called. 6 seconds left to go. Holy smokes, 6 seconds left to go. 1st and 10. Timeout has been called by the Houston Texans here. So the Texans will use a timeout. Again, not a lot of people name drop Ginger. That's pretty dope, dude. That's pretty dope. Radiohead for sure. Selena, bitty bitty bum bum. Mrs. LeBeau, Mrs. LeBeau, I am 33 years old. I'll be 34 this November. I will be 34 years old this November. Just had my first child in life. Well, my wife had him for me. She did all the heavy lifting. Raising my first child right now has been a lot of fun. He's 6 months old. We got to take him to the aquarium today. Still has no idea what's going on. But timeout going to be coming in right here. Looks like another timeout. This time it's going to be called by the Seattle Seahawks. They want a minute here. Milli Vanilli, Sauce Spell Sepultura twice. Don't know who they are. That's Whitney Houston, bro. Oh, is it? My bad, Max Daly. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm thinking near, far, wherever you are. I'm thinking Titanic. You're totally right now. Does this tire you? No, it does not. It does not. I mean, mentally, I'm exhausted by the end of these live streams. Mentally, I'm like, just a lot. He's just soaking it in until he can talk, says Jeremy Hottenstein. Yeah, man. Crow checking in. You're welcome, my friend. A lot of comments coming in, guys. If I can't see y'all out there, I do apologize. Used to work with Whitney, too. She was sweet, says Tractor Damage. Here we go, guys. They are lined up to go for it here. C.J. Stroud with 6 seconds on the clock needs to get a play in quickly. The pass incomplete. This will bring up a 2nd down. And the field goal unit, Kaimi Fairbairn, going to try to kick another one. So from the 28, this will be a 36-yarder, 46-yarder. 46-yard field goal attempt coming up now for the Houston Texans. Let's see if they can knock this in. From the right hash once again. Another field goal attempt coming up for these Houston Texans. Can they knock it back and make this a one-possession game going into the locker room? The snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, and the kick is good. Field goal is there, and it's just about time to get into it. All right, guys, here we go. It is time for our trivia quiz. Go down that rabbit hole with Whitney. That's unreal. Oh, no. Oh, no, Northern D. We're going to stay focused in right here. We are locked in. Let's get those 3 points on the board, and let's get to our trivia quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Football Nation, and right now we are doing one of my favorite things ever. We are going to do a quick trivia quiz. I'm going to ask y'all 10 questions. It is your job to try to get the correct answer. Maybe you'll learn something along the way. Question number 1. What is the current standing of the Houston Texans in the AFC South division? Are they 2nd, 3rd, or 4th in the division right now? The Houston Texans are 2 and 3. Where does that sit them? A, B, or C, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th? Well, a lot of you guys coming in with the correct answer here. The answer to question number 1 is Bravo. They are third, and I guess earlier Canva was having issues, so I didn't get a chance to plug in the image right now. Santino had one earlier. That's what I get for tinkering with this. Ooh, I wonder how many are going to be missing out of this one. That's okay. The answer is third, guys. Third in the division right now. 2-3 record. Question number 2. What is the name of the Seattle Seahawks home stadium? Is it A, Seahawks Stadium? Is it B, the Kingdome? Or is it C, Lumen Field? What is the name of the Seattle Seahawks home stadium? As we do this, guys, we like to go from easy to medium to impossible right now. These are your first couple of freebie questions here. The questions will get harder. You guys are correct here. The answer is Lumen Field. It is Lumen Field. It is located in Seattle, Washington. It opened in 2002 and replaced the former Kingdome. The Kingdome did exist, but it's no longer the Kingdome anymore. Question number 3, folks. Question number 3. Who holds the franchise record for the Houston Texans for the most career rushing yards? Is it A, Lamar Miller? Is it B, Alfred Blue? Or is it C, Arian Foster? A, B, or C? Who holds the Houston Texans franchise record for the most career rushing yards? Miller, Blue, or Foster? The answer, by the way, not a whole lot either. It is Arian Foster. It is Arian Foster. It is Arian Foster. Let me make a quick adjustment right now. Sorry, guys. Let's go to our studio here. Question number 4 coming in. Question number 4. Sam Darnold held a 78 QBR rating heading into week 7. What was this ranked, guys? We didn't get a chance to do this during the pregame. But basically, the question is, where did Sam Darnold rank in QBR league-wide heading into week 7? Was he 3rd, 4th, or 5th, guys? 3rd, 4th, or 5th? A, B, or C? What do you think the answer is? Let's go to make a quick adjustment, guys. He was actually 3rd in the NFL heading into today. He was 3rd in the NFL heading into today right now. Heading into today. Let's actually pop into my analytics. Got to make sure, chase someone down right now. Okay, question number 5. Question number 5. What NFL team was previously located in Houston prior to the Houston Texans? Was it the Cowboys, the Jaguars, or the Oilers? A, B, or C? What do you think the answer is, guys? A, B, or C? Questions coming in. Answers coming in. A lot of you guys with these answers. What do you think it is? Edmonton Oilers? Maybe. A lot of y'all should know the answers here. This is a simple one. The answer is the Houston Oilers. So, the Houston Oilers played in Houston from 1960 until 1996. They then relocated to Nashville, Tennessee, and after moving to Tennessee, they became the Tennessee Oilers, later becoming the Tennessee Titans. Next question here. Next question coming up now. Matt Whitmire looking for an easy way to get himself blocked from this channel. You want it? You got it, buddy. Let's go ahead and lock this guy away. Bye, Felicia. Here we go, guys. What year did the Seahawks play in the AFC Championship game? Is it A, 1973? Is it B, 1983? Or is it C, 1993? What year did the Seattle Seahawks play in the AFC Championship game? AFC Championship game. Yes, that's not a typo, guys. The Seattle Seahawks are the only team in NFL history to play in both the AFC and the NFC Championship game. The only team in NFL history to do so. So the answer is 1983, though. The answer was 1983. Question number 7. We've got the next question here. In 2013, the Houston Texans came back from a 21-point deficit to defeat which of these teams? Was it the Titans? Was it the Chargers? Or was it the Bills? You guys might be wondering, why does this question even matter? This is the largest deficit ever overcome by the Houston Texans. It was a 21-point deficit. What do you think the answer is, A, B, or C? The Houston Texans' largest comeback win was against the Los Angeles Chargers in 2013. They came back from a 21-point deficit. That was actually in week 1 of the season. They were down 28-7 late in the third quarter and managed to win 31-28 in overtime. Question number 8 coming up right now. Who owns the Seattle Seahawks? That's a very easy question, guys. Who owns the Seattle Seahawks? Is it Jody Allen, John Nordstrom, or Ernie Klondike? Which of these 3 names owns the Seattle Seahawks? A, B, or C? A, B, or C, guys? A lot of answers A, a couple answers B, nobody biting on number C or on letter C. The answer is Jody Allen. Now, it's not just Jody Allen. She is the sister of the late co-founder of Microsoft, Paul Allen, and of course, Paul Allen no longer with us. She did get some of this and inherited it. She is the main shareholder for the Seattle Seahawks. Took over in 1997. Question number 9, guys. Who has the single season record for the most passing touchdowns on the Houston Texans? Is it Matt Schaub? Is it C.J. Stroud? Or is it Deshaun Watson? Who has the single season record for the most passing touchdowns on the Houston Texans? A, B, or C? I will let you guys know. You might be surprised to find out the answer. The answer is actually C, guys. Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson has the most passing touchdowns. He set the record in 2020. No quarterback for this franchise has ever gotten 40 passing touchdowns. 33 passing touchdowns for Deshaun Watson. Here we go. Final question of halftime, guys. Final question of halftime. Which Seattle Seahawks wide receiver ran for governor of Oklahoma after retiring? Was it A, Doug Baldwin? Was it B, Steve Largent? Or was it C, Joey Galloway? One of these Seattle Seahawks wide receivers actually ran for governor of Oklahoma after retiring. A, B, or C? Who do you think it is? A, B, or C? Who do you think it is? The answer is B. It is Steve Largent, guys. He ran for governor of Oklahoma after retiring, playing 14 seasons with the Seattle Seahawks, had 7 Pro Bowl appearances, and was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1995. He did run as a Republican congressman in Oklahoma's 1st District from 1994 to 2002, and then ran for nominee of Oklahoma in 2002, but narrowly lost the election. Okay, guys, that's it. That's what I had for that trivia quiz. Looks like about 4 minutes here left to go before we get back to the action. And it does look like Houston will receive the football to start the second half. Let's, put some points back up there for them. Give them their timeouts back. Give them their timeouts back. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Texans will get the football to start the second half. Robert got 9 out of 10. Did you, Robert? Let's go, bro. Well done, Robert. Okay. Now, we are in the middle of a quick commercial break. We are in the middle of halftime. Nobody is missing anything out here. So I think we can turn this down. By the way, in case you are looking to add to your sports betting portfolio here, y'all, if you are looking to add to your sports betting portfolio, I do have some promotional links in the description of this video down below. Please feel free to check out those links. Let me know if anything interesting pops out to you. In the meantime, since we have about 3 minutes left to go here in halftime, let's ask you guys, who is your favorite team? Thanks, guys. I appreciate those comments out there. Who is your NFL team, guys? We are watching this game right now, not NLF, NFL. NFL. Who is your favorite NFL team? Bengals. TFW checking in for the Bengals. Y'all got a matchup against these New York Jets. I see 49ers for Troy Morgan. Troy Morgan, the San Francisco 49ers. Looks like they've got a matchup here against the Houston Texans next week. You got that one? Looks like Seahawks next week. We'll have a bye week. Nobody playing in Seattle next week right there. Rams checking into the conversation. Rams Rams fans also on a bye. Rams, Seahawks, Lions, Raiders, Jaguars, and Cardinals all on a bye week. My Dallas Cowboys are Dallas Cowboys, Ella. Our Dallas Cowboys, they've got a matchup against the Denver Broncos. It's a 3:25 game. I will be live for that one. More chats coming in right now. Let me scroll down just a little bit. A lot of Cowboys fans in the house. I feel it. I love it. Again, Lions going to be on a bye. Let's see. Cardinals also on a bye. Pittsburgh Steelers, a huge game for Pittsburgh. Sunday night football, and that is actually not October 5th. We'll have to update these dates right here because this is an old one right there. Whoops on that. We are going to double check these dates. These are actually the times that they're playing, but those are the incorrect dates. That's fine. We'll get those fixed. San Francisco versus San Francisco and the Raiders in that order. Raiders again on a bye, guys. Texas Forever says, Lil Bit for you. What's up, Lil Bit? Thanks for checking in, Lil Bit. Getting the chat overlay here. Let's take a quick look at these two teams, guys, and talk about their schedules coming up. One quick adjustment, though. There we go. Now I can see y'all in the chat. So the Seattle Seahawks have a bye week next week, ladies and gentlemen. Seattle Seahawks with a bye next week. They will not have any football in Week 8. Week 9, they come out of the bye week, and they will be playing the Washington Commanders in Washington. They go back home for Week 10. By the way, Sunday Night Football, we will be live for this one in Week 9. These dates are accurate, however, so just keep that in mind. Week 9, Commanders. Week 10, divisional matchup with the Cardinals. Week 11, divisional matchup with the LA Rams. And Week 12, Seahawks and Titans. That should be an easy win for them for sure. On the other side, folks, the Houston Texans, next 5 games, no bye week here in sight. They will have this matchup with the 49ers next week. 3 home games in a row should look good for Houston if they can string together a couple of wins. All of these games going to be mixed up at the start of the day. The next primetime game where I will be covering the Houston Texans won't be until down here. Actually, I did tell Santino that we will be covering the Houston Texans next week, so this will be Week 8, guys. I will be covering this one in Week 8 for the start of the day. Week 12 down here, though, they got the Buffalo Bills. We will be live for that one on Thursday Night Football. Manageable schedule for the Houston Texans, but they've got some tough matchups coming in right now. Texans about to get the football. Halftime is over. Second half about to start. Right now. No, go Blue Jays. Thank you very much, TWF. The score is 14-6 as we start this one. The score is above my head, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime is now over. 14 minutes and 54 seconds on the board. Let's get this thing started. Texans with the football. Texans down by 8. They are in a one-possession game. It is anybody's game at this point. We can take a look at the numbers for both of these teams. Kind of even here. 14-6, 188 total yards from the Seattle Seahawks, 103 here from the Houston Texans. Let's see how Houston responds here in half number 2. Single back formation. Nick Chubb on the field from the 25-yard line. It's a handoff to Chubb. Chubb to the left-hand side. He will get wrapped up after a 4-yard gain. This brings up a 2nd down and 6. Clock will start to tick. It's in the script, says RB Man. What up, RB? What's going on, homie? Texans lose to Denver, says Jack. It's possible, man. It's possible. Texans need a touchdown right now. Having to listen to war propaganda. Oh, is that a thing? Yikes, DJ. Had no idea, my friend. I had no idea at all. 2nd down and 6. The clock is hot. We are just starting the second half right now. Houston Texans have Xavier Hutchinson on the run to the left-hand side. C.J. Stroud under center, a play action that fools no one. Stroud is in trouble. He will wind up and throw. It's picked off. The Seattle Seahawks with an interception to the 40, the 35, the 30, the 20. Pushed out of bounds inside the red zone. It's a 1st down, Seattle. The Seahawks will get the football back. That is Ernest Jones, the 4th. Who gets the pick right here? There's a flag on the play, though. Hold the phone. Let's find out what that flag is. How much to keep you on the Vikings? I listen to ridiculous Viking comebacks on this channel. I love it. Let's go. Skull, says Wally G. During the return, personal foul, blindside block. This will be against the Seahawks. The pass is still going to be intercepted. It's going to be an illegal block right there, blindside block. It will be Seahawks football. And the Seahawks get the football back. 1st and 10 for Seattle at the Houston 38. Cannot believe that the Texans just screwed that up, man. Say no to Skull, LOL, sorry, says Country Kisses. Thank you for checking in, Country. Mario sang halftime show. No sing today. No singing right now. Dang, they're getting cooked, says Cowboy Star. Both teams with 1 turnover. Both teams with 1 turnover right now. It's still a 1-possession game, though, guys. Still a 1-possession game. An 8-point game, but they are inside of Houston territory, so it's a great place to be if you're the Seattle Seahawks. 38-yard line, Sam Darnold will fake the handoff. He will wind up and throw this one. Intended. Ooh, looks like A.J. Barner thought that one was for him. It might have been going to the second shelf. Barner cannot wrap up that pass. The pass is incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Seattle Seahawks with the football at the 38-yard line. They are inside of Houston Texans territory. Flag is a call from New York, says Jack. I like Longhorns, no more Skull, says Brent. Bolt out, it's 420, meow, says Jack. From the 38-yard line, single back formation, waiting for the snap right now is Darnold. He will hand this off, and it looks like a good strong run from Kenneth Walker on 2nd and 10. The scrum pushes forward. This one will be a gain of about 7, 3rd down and 3. The first good run today here for Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker with another carry up to 17 yards. That is 8 carries today for Kenneth Walker. Just 17 yards for him. Got to get better. Got to work early, says Steve Zeke. I'm here, Steve. If you ever decide to come back, brother, we will be live. It is 10:52 in San Antonio, Texas. The second half has just started. Second half has just started. All right, Seahawks, let's go, says Hank. All right, says RB. 3rd down and 3. From the 32-yard line, Darnold will hand this one off to Walker. Walker going to get wrapped up. He will pick up on 3rd down and 3, a gain of 2. 4th down and 1. Do you go for it or nah? How did Stroud get drafted, says Black. Do you go for it or not, guys? 4th down and 1 at the Houston 29. The Seattle Seahawks have the football and the lead here. They have the football and the lead. Do you take the field goal to make it a 2-possession game? Do you risk it here? They are lined up to go for it. Motion on the field here. Darnold will fake the handoff. Darnold will wind up and throw. Jackson Smith-Njigba makes the catch at the 11-yard line. 1st down, Seattle Seahawks. And the Seahawks offense looking very good right now. We are inside the red zone after that play from the 29 on 4th down to the Houston 11. That's an 18-yard grab for number 11 here. Jackson Smith-Njigba up to 19 fantasy points today. Numbers on the right-hand side for full-point PPR formats. 78 receiving yards for Jackson Smith-Njigba on 6 receptions and 1 receiving touchdown. He might get another one here. 1st and 10, motion on the field from JSN. The snap, the handoff. Looks like Kenneth Gainwell goes forward, takes it inside the 10. It's a 3-yard pickup from the 11 down to the 8. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Unfreaking stoppable, says Chief C. Looks like Derry saying this is over. Not over yet, Derry. It's still just a 1-possession game, and a touchdown here would make it a 2-possession game. And we just saw that the Houston Texans have come back from a 21-point deficit in the past. Nowhere near that right now. Here's the snap from the 8-yard line. A little play action going to the right-hand side. A wind-up and a throw. Looks like Arroyo will make the catch. Short gain. 3rd down and 6 on a 1-yard pickup. 3rd down and 6 on a 1-yard pickup. Looks like about 11 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. John saying it's going to be a touchdown for the Seattle Seahawks. Let's see if it happens, John. It's not over, Todd Tier. That is correct. 3rd down and 9. They're in the huddle right now. Darnold, break. Calls the break right here. Still ticking. Camera focused on JSN, who is lined up by himself at the bottom of the screen. 3rd down and 6 from the 7-yard line. Darnold takes the snap. He looks the opposite way, though. A back shoulder fade pass. Not going to be caught. Overthrowing Torrey Horton. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 6 with 10:37 on the board, and the field goal unit will come out now. 4th down and 6 on the Houston 7-yard line. Field goal unit will come out. So this is going to end up being a 25-yard chip shot field goal here for the Houston Texans. Should just be a 25-yarder. Should be super simple. They're calling it a 26-yarder from the right hash. This kick, to make it a 2-possession game, Jason Myers will put this one up through the uprights. Wow, it did get very close to that left upright, though. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the Seahawks get 3 more points on the board. Seattle Seahawks with 17, and right now Kaimi Fairbairn with 6. Nobody else on the Houston Texans with any points. Houston Texans struggling to find their offense here. Second half getting started. Opening drive of the second half for the Seattle Seahawks results in a touchdown. Opening drive for the Houston Texans resulted in an interception here. Another bad pass, says Jack. Just run it, says Jack. Should have got Geno. Oh, hail to the no. I'm going to say no, sir, on that one, Handed Baron. Geno has been terrible. Geno has been terrible. Okay. Country Kiss is more than a mod, homegirl. Much more than a mod. Much more than a... You're fam out here, dude. You're much more than a mod, Country Kisses. This sucks, says Buletoki. Texans better get right. Freed Walker, man. No Geno. Geno is doo-doo. Geno is doo-doo. We are in the middle of a quick commercial break, guys. Houston Texans will be getting the football now. Let's make sure that we get all of this set up. Both teams do have all 3 timeouts. Welcome to Football Nation. My name is Mario. If this is your first time into this channel, welcome. I do appreciate y'all being here. I don't get a chance to read all of the comments, but I do read as many of the comments as I possibly can. Paulie asking if I'm a Scorpio. I am a Scorpio. Thank you for asking out there, Paulie. The Vikings could have been unstoppable with Sam Darnold. Absolute idiots, says Chief C Vikings. Chief C checking in. Derry saying thank you. No, thank you, Derry. Thank you for checking in. Thank you, Roy Williams. First time in for Brad 859. What's going on? First timer in Brad in the house. Another turnover coming up right now. Jordan Pippen saying 6'7", almost 55,000, says Ward Hanold. Almost, Ward. Almost, dude. We're getting close. We are getting close. For anybody trying to make 12% games on their money right now, Seattle Seahawks contracts are only 88 cents, says OZ Alt Building Company. Game's not over. Score with 39.5. What do you think, Joey Brackett? Good question. Jack Bunn saying hello. What's going on? Miss LeBeau checking in as well. I'll be 25 in October 25th, says Miss LeBeau. Thank you for checking in, Miss LeBeau. Happy early birthday. Seriously, though, Mario, do you do speaking for work outside of this channel? R. Beeman? What's going on? Good question. I was thinking about that. I was actually talking with Santino about it. I was actually thinking about that with Santino. I was in sales, though. I hate doing sales. I am not very good at sales. If I was good at sales, man, I probably would have had 1,000 people sign up using the links in the description down below. I know myself. He's saying I used to sell cell phones, and I think you'd kill it. I was actually in sales. My last job, I have a degree in computer science. I worked for a company selling IT stuff, and I was okay at it, man, but sales just isn't for me. I am all about hospitality. I am all about the service industry. I was a bartender by trade for years, man. Bartender for years. So that's exactly where I feel that my forte is offering good service, like calling these plays for you. Here comes a 1st and 10. C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans have the football at the 32-yard line. Here's the snap, dropping back, pressure coming in. Stroud will wind up and throw. No flag on the play as Nico Collins gets pancaked upfield. 2nd down and 10 coming up here. Pass incomplete, stops the clock with 10:22. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm not saying anything because I'm chewing on this cough drop and I don't want to choke on it. 10:22 left to go. 2nd down and 10. I also don't want to spit cough drop in your direction. Single back formation from the 32-yard line. Stroud will wind up and quickly throw. Dalton Schultz finds some room to roam. Schultz will pick up about 16 yards. Call it a gain of 17. 1st down, Houston. And the Texans will pick up a 1st down there, courtesy of Dalton Schultz, the big tight end on the right side of that formation. 10 minutes left to go here in the 3rd. A shotgun once again. A shotgun once again here for Houston. Woody Marks on the left-hand side. C.J. Stroud doesn't know where to go with this one. Will wind up and throw. There's a flag on the play. This will probably be against the Seattle Seahawks defense. Let's see what the flag is. This could be a holding here. If I had to guess, it's going to be on Seattle. Yup. Holding. Defense. Number 29. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, and it will be an automatic Houston Texans 1st down. 1st down here for Houston. 1st down here for Houston. 9:52 on the board. Great call by the officials. There was definitely a hold. Hutchinson was the intended receiver there. It's a 1st and 10 now, and the football out to the Seattle 46. Houston Texans have just crossed midfield. C.J. Stroud is under center. He is waiting for the snap. He is taking the snap and putting that into the belly of Woody Marks. Marks will pick up 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 coming up. The clock will start to tick once again. Mario boy band name. 1st down, says Jack Bunn. Keep feeding it. Keep feeding it. Say it, don't spray it, says Melamama. That's exactly right. Say it, don't spray it. Although I can't get to you guys on the other side of the screen here. 2nd down and 6. 9.5 left to go. I know the time isn't so important here, but important to keep a mind on it. Offset I formation. Woody Marks is the 2nd back here, the fullback on the lead on the left-hand side. It will be play action. Surveying, winding up, and throwing into heavy traffic, trying to find Nico Collins. It is sniffed out there by the defense, and Emenwari breaks that one up. Emenwari breaking it up here for this Seattle Seahawks defense. Nico Collins almost getting to it, but Nick Emenwari breaking that one up. Great job by number 3. A diving play to break up that pass. Nico Collins was almost free, and Emenwari going to celebrate right there, banging on the helmet. 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6. Motion this time. Waiting for the snap. Stroud on 4th down, takes it. The pressure comes in. Stroud running out of options will wind up and throw this one. It is not going to be caught right now. Maybe it is. It will be incomplete. 3rd down and 6. Stops the clock with 8:54. Incomplete pass stops the clock. 4th down and 6. And this is a monster field goal if they kick it, guys. From the 42-yard line, this would be a 60-yarder if they decide to kick it. This would be a monster field goal if they decided to kick it. It would be 60 yards for Kaimi Fairbairn. I don't know if they're actually going to kick this one or if they're going to punt. It would be a 60-yarder. Looks like Tommy Townsend is out here to punt instead, guys. So Tommy Townsend out here to punt. They're going to send this back to Seattle. Not going to try to put it on the leg of their kicker. Instead, that one is going to take a friendly bounce, and this will pin them at the 4-yard line. Houston Texans have a couple tackles for loss right now. Maybe they can get a safety. We thought we saw a safety earlier. We did not. Houston Texans with 6, Seattle Seahawks with 17, and they get the football back here. 8 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. We go to a commercial break. We're going to a quick commercial break. Alden Rich saying, let's get to 1,000 likes. Aiden, Thanks, Aiden Aldrich, for checking in, man. Aiden, I appreciate you yet. Asking, you tired yet, bro? Nah, man. Nah, man, we're good. We run on football, dude. As long as there's football on right here, bro, we are cooking. We are looking good right now. We are looking good. Had their chance and lost it. Seahawks got me paid too, bro, says Giovanni West. What's going on, Giovanni? Gulf Beach saying Texans. Looks like Derry Hardaway saying, okay. Not a fan of either football team. But Texans come back. You're not a fan of either, saying Rico. Okay. Let's see. Mario is pumped. I'm always pumped. Literally 20 more yards for Chubb, says J. Dot. This game is over. Stroud is a disastrous quarterback. You know what, man? The biggest issue here for these Houston Texans is that offensive line. The worst thing that this team did on offense here was letting go of Laramie Tunsil on the left side. C.J. Stroud has not been the same. He has no protection. He doesn't have as much time to process downfield. And Nico Collins, he needs some time. If you're going to get those huge plays from Nico Collins, he's going to need a little bit of time. He doesn't really survive on those yards after catch. He's a more of a one-on-one kind of guy. Nico Collins today, folks, 9 targets, just 4 receptions today for Nico with 27 yards. Xavier Hutchinson has he's been targeted once today. Nothing for him. Christian Kirk ruled out. So Nick Chubb today. Nick Chubb, 4 carries for 11 yards. Woody Marks, 5 carries for 17. This whole offense, guys, C.J. Stroud, just 2 fantasy points today. 128 total yards for this Houston Texans team. Meanwhile, the Seattle Seahawks have basically doubled them up. And looking at the Seahawks offense right now, Sam Darnold much better, 153 passing yards, a passing touchdown. Cooper Kupp even has a passing attempt today. He did get that one picked off, but Cooper Kupp has as many interceptions. C.J. Stroud has as many interceptions as Cooper Kupp today. Let's get back to the action. We are looking at a 1st and 10 from the 4-yard line. Action on the field, the snap and the handoff. And this time, looks like a good strong run here from Kenneth Walker. We'll call that a pickup of maybe 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up now. Let's get back to the drive chart. First carry right here. Going to get the clock ticking. It's a 2nd down and 4 now coming up. Seattle Seahawks, 2nd down and 6 now coming up after a 4-yard gain. After a 4-yard gain, Woody Marks going to be taking over that job. I don't know if we are going to end up seeing any I don't know if Joe Mixon's coming back this year, guys, honestly. Single back formation, the snap and a handoff to that single back. No gain this time. It'll be a loss of yardage there. 3rd down and 7 coming up as Kenneth Walker is driven backwards. Great play by the Texans defense. That is Jalen Petrie who makes the play. Petrie makes a big play on the left-hand side. I need Jackson Smith-Njigba right now to give me a 93-yard receiving touchdown to help me win my fantasy week in my money league. I absolutely need him right now. 3rd down and 7. Motion on the field. Zach Charbonnet in on this play. JSN at the bottom of the screen. Play clock down to 3. Sam Darnold takes the snap. JSN cooked the assignment. He's in trouble. Sam Darnold will fumble the football. It will be recovered. This will be a safety. They're calling it a touchdown. It is a touchdown. Houston Texans. Touchdown by the defense. Houston will get 6 on the board. And the Houston Texans will score a touchdown this time. Not a safety here. Sam Darnold was stripped in the end zone. The football hit the deck, and it was jumped on by the Houston Texans. It was not recovered. Going the other way, it is a touchdown for the Houston Texans. What a turn of events, says TWF. Sam Darnold going to get dropped in the end zone, and it's a defensive touchdown. Will Anderson Jr. forced that fumble here. Great job. Great job by Will Anderson Jr., the former first-round pick here of last year's draft for the Houston Texans. A 2-point conversion to make this a 3-point game now. Here is the snap going to the right-hand side. C.J. Stroud's in trouble. He will shoot. This time it's incomplete. And this conversion unsuccessful there. Houston Texans down by 5. Seattle Seahawks will get the football back. The Righteous saying the Fixers don't want me to hit that parlay, says McCab. Okay, quiet in Seattle, says Ward. There's Lance Bowers dropping those Houston Texans horns. Hey, man, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. Let's end this one, guys, and find out who you are rooting for. Who are you rooting for? Not who do you think will win. Who are you rooting for tonight? Do we have enough Houston Texans fans in the house? Texans? Seahawks. This game is heating up right now. We do have a game. It's back to a one-possession game, folks. Back to a one-possession game right now. Who will win this one? Todd Tier checking in with the Houston Texans logos right now. Seahawks, says Marshall Buckman. It's all good. Sam will get it done, says Jeff Cheney. Country Kisses dropping the Houston Texans logos. Polished Ninja. What's going on, my ninja friend? What's going on, my ninja friend? I see Robert Zamora dropping those. Gary checking in, though, for his Seattle Seahawks. I love a comeback, says DJ Gene. Donald with the monkey and the wrench out here. Seahawks 78 cents right now. Rock and roll, George Hernandez. Rock and roll, what just happened, says Legendary Tilt. Legendary. Ethan asking, where is that emoji? Ethan, you need to be a channel member in order to get access to our custom emojis on this channel. We got the Seattle Seahawks. We've got both teams out here. Not just those, but a lot of custom emojis. If you're a Lions fan, a Rams fan, a 49ers fan, a Buccaneers fan, a Cowboys fan, a Chiefs fan, a Jets fan, a Steelers fan, the list goes on and on, folks. The list goes on and on. Whoops, I might have too many in here. The list goes on and on, depending on who you're a fan of. We got all of these everywhere for all kinds of different teams. Custom emojis out here, touchdown markers, all this fun stuff, guys. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, so let's cut over here. 1st and 10, the Seattle Seahawks will be getting the football back. They're showing the replay here. It was a fumble on that last play from the Seattle Seahawks, and the fumble happened in the end zone. Honestly, he would have been better just getting sacked back there and giving up the safety, but instead he fumbled it in the end zone, and it was landed on top of by a Texans player. This is a big return out to about the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for the Seattle Seahawks after the kickoff here. 7 minutes and 19 seconds. It's a 5-point game. Can the Seahawks hang on to this lead? Will the Seahawks hang on to this lead? Jonathan checking in for those Falcons. What up, Jonathan? There's those Falcons for you. Giants, I don't have one for the Giants right now. Rico saying, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Tight. 1st and 10. Stats on the right-hand side. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're new to the channel, feel free to put your fingers on the screen and whoop, you can zoom in over here. Motion on the field, waiting for the snap. Darnold takes it. Darnold looks left. He will air this out. It's a deep shot to JSN. The catch is made. Jackson Smith-Njigba. That's going to put him over 100 yards on the day. That's good for a 1st down, Seattle. 1st down for the Seattle Seahawks. This is going to be a 26-yard grab by JSN. He now has 104 receiving yards today. A lot of people slept on him for fantasy football, man. I knew it was going to happen. I saw what Sam Darnold did with the Minnesota Vikings, and Sam Darnold is back, baby. Here we go. Across midfield, just like that, at the 36-yard line of the Houston Texans. Looking that way again, JSN is the intended receiver. This time, the pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Pass is incomplete. It stops the clock. 2nd down and 10. Seattle Seahawks find themselves quickly across midfield at the Houston 36. Quickly across midfield at the Houston 36. Dago checking in right now. Thank you very much, Dago. I see that comment out there, and I don't take it for granted. A shotgun formation. We've got Cooper Kupp in the slot right now. Tight formation here. A handoff to Kenneth Walker on 2nd and 10. He breaks a tackle. He will absorb another hit. Goes forward. Picks up about 8 yards. Kenneth Walker on 2nd down and 10. Makes it a 3rd down and 2. Keeps this clock ticking here, though. Keeps the clock ticking here. We're now to the Houston 28-yard line, just shy of the red zone. Kenneth Walker looking to move the sticks right now for the Seattle Seahawks offense. The Seahawks offense looking well. Seattle is home, says Paulie P. Seattle is home. Home team always on the right-hand side. Home team always going to be on your right-hand side. I do that because it just makes sense. Single back formation. They are showing blitz on the Texans side. Will they, though? The snap and the handoff this time. It is going to be Charbonnet, and Charbonnet gets no carry here. He will lose a yard. No gain for Charbonnet. 1 carry, no gain. A loss of a yard, 4th down and 3 at the Houston 29. This could be another field goal. I do see the special teams coming out right now, and the Seattle Seahawks are going to kick another one here. From the 29, let's add 18. What is that, 47? This will be a 47-yard field goal attempt coming up now. A 47-yard field goal attempt from Myers. This time, Jason Myers on the right hash. Waiting for the snap. The kick is up. The kick is good. The field goal is there, and the Seattle Seahawks will get 3 points on the board. 3 more for Seattle. This is a field goal kind of game. That's why it's called football, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it's called football right now. Darnold just needs to put it in the air. He does right now. Wow, keep the FB fans up all night, says DJ Gene. I know. Ward Hanold saying, let's get to 55K. We'll probably get to 55K for the next football game. We might get it for the first World Series game. If we get to 55K during a baseball game, that's totally possible on this channel, guys. We will be covering Major League Baseball. We will be covering the World Series, whatever games we can fit in, obviously. The channel being called Football Nation, if there's a scheduling conflict between football and baseball, we lean towards football because that makes sense for us. Score and 2-point conversion, we have a tie, says Russell Field. It is a 1-possession game. It is just merely an 8-point game. C.J. Stroud over 200 passing yards? Question mark, says Stashin. Stashin, it's possible. Daniel Boone saying, enjoy your energy, Mario. Thank you, Daniel Boone. I enjoy reading that comment. But hey, man, I'm not here for compliments, man. I am just here to make sure that you guys have access to this game. Whatever your reason is for watching this live stream, maybe you're like some of these folks in the Philippines, maybe you're in Norway, maybe you're in Brazil, maybe you're in the Dominican Republic, maybe you're in another country right now and you don't have access to this game. Maybe it's a financial barrier for you. Maybe you just hate the regular commentators and you wanted something different, or you're looking for a community to be a part of. Whatever your reason is for being here with us, I thank you for giving me time on this Monday night. It's a work night, guys. It is a work night, so I do really appreciate y'all being here with me. I hate when the kicker has to remind the offense on how to score, says Wally G. Says Wally G, man. Derry, thank you very much. NXMB saying needs CJ less than 220. I'm poor, so I don't have ESPN. I got you, brother. I got you, my friend. Abraham, thank you for checking in. Brent Moore, thank you for checking in. My beautiful wife, Christina, checking into the house right now as well. You're still awake? What are you doing awake right now? Is Sammy awake? Hi, I see you. Gorgeous. Can't wait to get downstairs to you. 5:09 left to go in this one. 5:09 left to go in the third quarter. We are getting a kickoff now. The Seattle Seahawks did just score a touchdown. I'm a Cowboys fan, to answer your question, Sir Kevin G. Sir Kevin KG, I'm a Cowboys fan. The kickoff return going to be brought out to the Houston 32-yard line. The Houston Texans now have the football once again. Houston Texans with the football. Jonathan Moore saying, OMG, WTF. Little Limes saying, I love football. Me too, my friend. Me too. And if you love football, you're in the right place. Let's FN go. Football Nation, FN. You get it? Let's FN go. 1st and 10. Clock waiting to start right now. Single back formation with Woody Marks as the single back. Motion on the field right now. It's going to be a bad handoff there to Woody Marks. Don't know what on earth. That was ugly, bro. Clear miscommunication between Woody Marks and just a clear miscommunication there between Woody Marks and C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud was looking for Woody Marks on the left side, and Marks was running to the right, so Stroud had to do a full 360 before he could hand that football off. I got a 2nd down and 11 on the loss of a yard here. 2nd down and 11. Football for the Houston Texans deep inside their own territory at their own 31. Houston, a single back formation. It's play action. Stroud will wind up and throw. This time, it'll be caught. This time going upfield, it's Dalton Schultz. He will pick up 11 yards. That's good for a Houston 1st down. So a 1st down picked up by Dalton Schultz on the left-hand side. Gets to the Houston 42. That's the gain. Val saying, I found your channel one day when I was at a casino and wanted to know the score to a Cowboys game. Now I'm here all the time, and you're a channel member. Let's go, Val. Appreciate you. And a channel member and a wrench for the channel. Thank you for checking in. 3rd down. Oh, they're calling it short, guys. It's a 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1, and is this going to be reviewed? I got a 3rd down and 1 with 3:56. They're not going to call it a 1st down just yet. Houston Texans just shy. DeMeco Ryans saying, hey, I'm walking over here. They added a few seconds back on the clock, though. Looks like 4:06. 3rd down and 1. They're reviewing this one. I mean, he's clearly down. It's a 3rd down and 1 for sure. The officials tried to move the chains, but that ended up not happening. It is a 3rd down and 1. Football at the 41.5, folks. 3rd down. Single back formation. C.J. Stroud waiting for the snap. Stroud will take it. He will hand that off. Woody Marks is going to get stuffed. It's a 4th down and 1. They have to go for it. No, they don't have to go for it. It's now a 4th down and 1. The officials not going to give it to Woody Marks or the Houston Texans. Woody Marks, come on, dude. You have so much room. You just tried to run right up the gut. It's a 4th and 1. They are going for it. Marks to the left-hand side, and he is stuffed again. That's a huge play. Dexter Lawrence going to wrap him up. This is going to be a stop right now. Oh, man. Wow, did I say Dexter? DeMarcus Lawrence going to wrap him up right there. The ex-Dallas Cowboy going to wrap up Woody Marks for a loss of a yard. DeMarcus Lawrence in on a huge play on the left-hand side of that formation. 3rd down and 11 coming up here. Lawrence with a huge play on the left-hand side. It's going to be, they went for it on 4th down on their own 41-yard line. The choice to go for it, a stupid one. It's a one-possession game on your own side of midfield. Why would you do that? You're going to make this a 2-possession game without needing to. They're already in field goal range. It's a 1st and 10. Here's the snap, dropping back, a wind-up, and a throw. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. 3:06 left to go. It is a turnover on downs for the Houston Texans. The Seattle Seahawks now have the football. The opening play after the 4th down that was not converted, the good stop there for the Seattle Seahawks, is an incomplete pass to the left-hand side. The Seahawks do take over in Houston territory. They are on the 39-yard line. They are inside of field goal range, and Sam Darnold is moving moving Cooper Kupp into the slot on the left-hand side. Here is the snap, looking left, looking right, looking way right, will wind up and throw. Catch is made in the backfield, short gain to Jake Bobo. 3rd down and 7 coming up after the Bobo catch. Jake Bobo makes the grab. I love saying that name. I don't know why it makes me laugh, but Bobo. Jake Bobo with the catch, 3rd down and 7. Let's go, Hawks, says Ward. Russell saying Bobo. Gilbert saying Bobo, the no-no. Looking like a dodo. 3rd down and 7. Empty backfield. From this time, the 36-yard line of the Houston Texans. Seahawks take the snap, a wind-up and a throw. Jackson Smith-Njigba going to get inside the 20. Almost breaks free for a touchdown. He will be brought down at the 17-yard line. 1st down. Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks get a big first down on the right-hand side. We're approaching the 2-minute mark right now. Well done on the right side there, lined up in the wide, running a quick slant route and a good connection there. It was double slants. Good read on the double slants on the right-hand side for Sam Darnold. 1st and 10. Third consecutive game with 100-plus receiving yards here for Jackson Smith-Njigba. He's up to 123, ladies and gentlemen. You can see those numbers right over here. There's the snap, looking left, shooting to the end zone. In and out of the hands of JSN. He was looking for the penalty. There is a flag on the play. It'll be a pass interference against the Houston Texans. And this will be a play to the 1-yard line. Seattle Seahawks drawing a DPI. JSN, they're going to move it to the 2, actually. The penalty at the 2-yard line. Waiting for the call from the officials, but it's definitely going to be waiting for the call from the officials. Pass interference. Number 4, I believe he said so, on Lassiter. Kamari Lassiter going to commit the penalty. And this will put them at the 2-yard line. Seattle Seahawks now looking at a 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. I mean, it does not get sweeter than that. JSN could have just had a monster grab. I would have loved to have seen that. Unfortunately for me, not going to get me the 45 points that I need for my Monday Night Miracle. An I formation. Looks like Zach Charbonnet is the running back in on the play. The snap looking that way. Going to wind up and throw to Charbonnet. Charbonnet gets wrapped up. It's going to be no gain. 2nd and goal coming up. Good stop there for the Houston Texans. Looks like speed was in on the play. Darnold did connect and did complete that pass. Unfortunately, no gain. Jackson Smith-Njigba remains on the sideline for 2nd down and goal. JSN remains on the sideline for 2nd down and goal. Rico saying that was a bad snap. Texans ball. Let's go. Let's see if it happens, Rico. Let's see if it happens. I've got a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal right now. Shotgun formation, excuse me. We've got an I formation. The snap and a handoff left-hand side. Looks like Charbonnet was going to punch this one in. Touchdown! Seattle Seahawks! And the Birds are going to get 6 more. This time it makes it an 18-point game because the Houston Texans decided to go for it on 4th down when they could have easily punted that one away. The score is now 26-12, and this team down by 2 touchdowns now. Seattle Seahawks, 5 plays, 39 yards, 2 minutes and 17 seconds taken off the clock. We've got about 54 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Are the Texans cooked? Are the Texans cooked? Here comes the extra point attempt to make it a 15-point game. The extra point attempt to make it a 15-point game. The kick is up. The kick is good once again, ladies and gentlemen. Kick is good once again. 27-12. Man, Kenneth Walker is hot dog water, says GTC Reels. Run it all the way. Would love to see Jackson Smith-Njigba to get that touchdown. Unfortunately, Zach Charbonnet now has 2 rushing touchdowns on the day. 17 fantasy points for Charbonnet as well. Can you see that over here? 17 points for Zach Charbonnet. Woody Marks with 2. Nick Chubb with 2. This defense for the Houston Texans giving up points now, and the offense not putting up much. The offense, 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown, 2 field goals, and a missed 2-point conversion. So we are going to get a kickoff now. The Houston Texans going to get the football back. That's the good news on the day for Houston. They're going to get the football back. Can they score another touchdown? I knew they was cooked in the beginning, says Cowboy Star. Well, I do believe I smell some Texas barbecue. Kenneth Walker, where you at, fool? Where you at, fool? I need a touchdown. My under 45.5. Oh, dude. Sorry, man. It's not over, but it's almost over. This kickoff is going to be muffed. They do bring it back to the 15, down at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Now coming up here after the kickoff. 1st and 10 coming up for the Houston Texans. Who got that Texas touchdown? That Texas touchdown earlier was a touchdown for the defense, guys. It was a touchdown for the defense, not even an offensive touchdown handed Barron. Remember, it was a fumble in the end zone by Sam Darnold. It was jumped on by the Houston Texans defense. So Texans don't have anybody. Texans don't have anybody on offense who have scored any points outside of their kicker. Single back formation, C.J. Stroud under center. The Seahawks defense looking stout. A little play action. C.J. Stroud going to wind up and throw. This pass broken up. Great coverage once again. Second down. Going to stop the clock with 42 seconds. Second down and 10. The Houston Texans looking rough right now. Houston Texans need something special. I need a Nico Collins touchdown. One, please, Lord, says the handed Baron. Let's see if they can get it. Please, do you play Roblox? I do not. I do not. I have gray hair, so I don't play Roblox. I don't have that much gray hair. I think I got one or two in here. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap, looking left, looking right. A wind up and a deep shot downfield to Higgins. Higgins, the intended receiver. Third down and 10. The pass incomplete. No flag here. Russ saying, young buck, Mario. I got a couple, man. We're getting older. Slowly but surely. Every day, every stream, we're getting just 3 hours older at a time. Third quarter, almost over here. Third down, and it's a third down and 10. Third and 10, the Houston Texans on the 12-yard line right now. C.J. Stroud in a shotgun. They're pulling in the safety blitz. This one coming in, and the safety will get the sack. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Akota on the safety blitz. I can't believe they dialed that up, and it worked. A safety blitz on the play for the Seattle Seahawks will be a sack, and it makes it a fourth down and 18. How did that work, dude? What? Oh, man, that is insanity. This will bring up a fourth down and 18. This will take us to the end of the fourth quarter, and the Texans are going to punt this one away. The end of the third quarter, and takes us into the fourth. The kickoff, the return to the 45, cutting back with it down to the 47, shy of midfield. First and 10 coming up for the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks running away with this one. Seahawks up 27-12. Seahawks up 27-12. Man, what a crazy defense here for the Seattle Seahawks. Y'all made fun of me. I called them Legion of Boom 2.0, and you guys made fun of me. You did. A lot of you guys did. But take a look at these players defensively here. Defensively here for the Seattle Seahawks, guys, they have a solid defensive unit without a doubt. Jaron Reed, left defensive end. Byron Murphy, the nose tackle. Leonard Williams, the right defensive end. And then a super solid linebacker core. DeMarcus Lawrence, the weak side linebacker. Drake Thomas, the left inside linebacker. Ernest Jones, the right inside linebacker. And Boya Mafe, the strong safety. Josh Jobe on one side. You'll have Devon Witherspoon, who was actually listed as out for this game, but Shaquille Griffin going to be the other cornerback that's available. Julian Love also listed out for today's game, but Akota, the safety, Akota made the play, dude, on that safety blitz. I love seeing good defensive plays like that. The safety filling in for Julian Love. By the way, on the other side, he was the free safety. You watched him drop. Ernest Jones went backwards, and Dakota came in right before the snap, broke through the B gap, and crushed C.J. Stroud on that play. We'll have a first and 10 when we get back from the commercial break, but boy, oh boy, has this been pretty good defensive football for the Seattle Seahawks. Just calling it like I see it right there. Who is kicking for the Seahawks? Asked Giovanni. It is Jason Myers. Michael Dixon going to be the punter for the team there as well. Texans, horrible offense. Thank you, Ballin. Thank you for checking in, man. Says, awesome. This is great insight. I got you, my friend. I got you. It was a really good game. Really good game. This defense looking really good, guys, for the Seattle Seahawks. Stats over on the right side, guys. 2 drive charts down below for you. CBS up top, ESPN's drive chart on the bottom. It will even tell you who has the football if I ever don't do it with the possession indicator at the top of the screen here. You see that bouncing back and forth? Seahawks have the football. Starting the fourth quarter here, it's a 1st and 10 from the Seattle 47. Starting the fourth quarter here, it's a 1st and 10 from the Seattle 47. We've got ourselves a single back formation. By himself at the bottom of the screen is Jackson Smith-Njigba, waiting for this. Oh, wow, false start. Huge false start right here. This is going to be full start on the offense. Replay, first down. That is a huge jump off sides by Bradford on this one. Huge jump. This will bring up 1st and 15. It's a 5-yard penalty. 1st down and 15. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mario, Super Mario, if that helps you remember. You are watching Football Nation. We are almost 3 years in on this project. 1st and 15, a snap and a handoff this time. Looks like Kenneth Walker will go nowhere on the play. A 1-yard pickup. 2nd down and 14. Clock now ticking. It's time to bench C.J. Stroud, says Noah Roberts. Bench Stroud, it's offensive, says Justin Lee. Okay, thank you very much. Saying you got a new subscriber out here. $2 super chat from Megan Joy. Megan Joyce, thank you for your support. Thank you for that financial support, Megan Joyce. I feel the love. Thank you very much. 2nd down and 14 for the Seattle Seahawks. A shotgun formation. He's going to take the snap right here. Surveying, will wind up and throw. It is blocked at the line of scrimmage. The pass incomplete, and it looks like Sam Darnold nowhere to go here. 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 4. Bench Stroud, more like trade him, says Jack. Bench the entire offensive line, says Brent Moore. I mean, the Texans, they took Stroud very early. What was he, the 2nd overall pick? And then they took, with the 4th overall pick is when they took their defensive player out there. Here we go, folks. 3rd down and 14. Play clock winding down. A throw to the flat. Looks like a catch made on 3rd down and 14. Kenneth Walker will pick up 13 on the play. It brings up a 4th down and 1. 4th down and 1 now. That is going to be just shy of the 1st down, guys. 4th down and 1 at the Houston 44. Do you go for it or not? I think you should. 4th down and 1 at the Houston 44. By the way, guys, we are giving away $100 every single week. If you haven't signed up for the Week 8 Pick'ems, the link is right there. Marcel, I am a Dallas Cowboys fan. Seattle Seahawks with the football right now. The punt team is out. This could be a fake punt. I'm seeing a lot of motion right now. I wonder if they're going to do the fake punt. A lot of players moving out of the way right now. They're going to snap this thing sideways. I think they're going to try to just get them off sides to jump here. I think they might just get them to jump here. Play clock down to 4. Play clock down to 3. Play clock down to 2. They are going to take the penalty here. Delay of game on this one. Stopping the clock. Delay of game. Looks like nobody jumps off sides for the Houston Texans. This will make it 4th down and 6 now for the Seattle Seahawks, and they will punt this one away now. No question about it, they will be punting. Bummer. Mahomes hard count fake, question mark. They tried to go for it. You need to go do your pick'ems, Val. I'll be here when you get back. The Cowboys are fun to watch. George Pickens is one of your favorite players there, huh, Northern? I love watching CeeDee Lamb do his thing. Here is the punt, guys. Seattle going to give this back to Houston. Houston will return to the 15, out to the 20, down at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Houston Texans. Okay. Will the Houston Texans score? Will the Texans score a touchdown on this drive? Yes or no? 65% of the chat is cheering for the Seattle Seahawks. Looks like we've got 35% of the chat in here cheering for the Houston Texans. Chubby is a bluff, says Ward. No, saying John, they will not score on this drive. Troy Morgan saying no. No, they will get 3, says Brent Moore. That seems to be all they can really put up. They need to, though, says Todd Tier. Y'all really believe Chubby was going to hit, huh? I kind of did, dude. I know that his legs are not quite the same. Will you address the internet rumor that you were a singer In the boy band Menudo. I've never heard that before, and I didn't know that the internet was talking about me. You know what, dude? Buy the rumors, man. Buy the rumors. It was me. It was me. I was in the boy band Menudo. For the record, guys, Menudo, this is an unpopular opinion here from a Latino. Menudo is trash. That is literally disgusting. I will not eat menudo for hangover food. However, I will crush me some pozole or some sancocho. Dame un poquito de sancocho ahí con un plátano. I will eat that. But menudo? No, sir. No, sir. Not a fan of menudo. I am a fan of pozole, not a fan of menudo. I was also curious about that band as well. No, that's not true. No way, country, dude. No way. There's no way that there's a rumor about that. Bad Bunny saying, Paulie. Bad Bunny. Si tengo mucha novia, ey. Hoy tengo a una, mañana a otra, ey. Pero no hay boda. Nick Chubb has to run. Xander saying, CJ. Let's see. I need that carne de res. Okay, un caldito. I'm good for it, Ballin. Caldo de res is good. Caldo is good. I will eat caldo. But menudo, just gross, dude. Just terrible. Menudo is literally the tripe of the tripe, the guts, the intestines, and the stomach, and the nasty stuff of the sheep there and the pigs. Don't like that stuff, man. Don't like that stuff. Dominican food is so good, says Paul Gregory. You already know, Paul. You already know, my friend. Tacos de tripas? No, mi amiga. Eso para mí? No way. La vida loca, says Todd Tier. Here we go, guys. One play at a time. Looks like the Houston Texans have the football. A wind-up and a throw to the right-hand side intended for Nico Collins. That pass broken up right there by Josh Jobe. Pass is incomplete. Second down and 10. Nico Collins hanging on to his head right now. He is on the sideline, hanging on to his head. On the sideline, Nico Collins. Let's watch it one more time. He went up. He came down, and the back of his head definitely slammed on the turf. He immediately grabbed his head after bouncing the head on the ground here. Ooh, Nico Collins could be out right now. This could be a quick injury timeout. He's on the sideline. This could be concussion protocol for Nico Collins. He needs a second to get up. He is rocked. Nico Collins' head just bounced off the turf right now. That is the only option that C.J. Stroud really has tonight. He has targeted him a ton. Nico Collins with 10 targets today, only 4 receptions. Maybe this could open things up if C.J. Stroud can look downfield at some other players. Here's the snap. Dropping back. Stroud on 2nd and 10 will wind up and throw. Overthrows the intended receiver here in Higgins. 3rd down and 10 with 12:59. Okay, Houston Texans look like they are just about cooked for sure. Almost cooked for sure. That's no Brando. That's no bueno, says Kale's. Says Kale Oz Khalil. Nico used to go to my high school. Guy was always nice to me. Empanadas, depending on what they are, depends on what you stuff them with. Una empanada de piña hits very different than una que está relleno con carne molida. 3rd down coming up now. C.J. Stroud steps up to the line. He is making a quick change. The officials are still talking in the backfield here. One of the officials is standing over the football, waiting right now. They have not started the play clock. There's 13:08 on the board right now. The white hat and the side judge having a full-on conversation here. Don't know what they're talking about. We are waiting for a play. Waiting for a play. I think there's some discussion on what the time should be on the clock. Just so nobody's confused, we are currently waiting for a call from the officials. Carne asada. He's not doing nothing, says Sarali. They're saying there was no play. It will be 2nd down. Are they giving them back a 2nd down? So 2nd down and 10. Pass was incomplete. Are they going to give them another 2nd down? 1st and 10, Nico Collins was hit. 2nd and 10, C.J. Stroud had an incomplete pass. They're going to give them another 2nd down? Okay. So 2nd and 10 once again. I don't know what the officials are doing. A deep shot downfield. Looks like this time it's intended for Hutchinson. The pass is incomplete. 3rd down and 10. This should be 4th down and 10, but the officials, I don't know what or why, they said that last play didn't count. What? The officials straight up said there was no play, so it's a 2nd down. What on earth are you talking about? You're on national television, dude. Are you not keeping track of your downs right now? This should be 4th and 10. How this is not a 4th down, I don't know. But it's 3rd down and 10, so looks like the Houston Texans are going to get 5 chances at this one. This is chance number 4. 3rd and 10, here's the snap. Dropping back, Stroud against the blitz. We'll try that same play again. We'll overthrow the same play again. 4th down and 10. It would be 5th down if that was actually a thing. 12 minutes and 57 seconds. Here's the sequence, guys. First play, 1st and 10. I can't believe that this is 3rd down again. I can't believe that this was 3rd down again. They literally, I'm just so shocked. First play on 1st and 10 was a toss to Collins. 2nd play, a toss to Hutchinson. 3rd play, a toss to Hutchinson again. I just can't believe that they did that, man. Here's the return. Here's the kickoff. We are going to get this out to about the 35-yard line, maybe the 36. 12 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. It brings up a 1st down. The scrum's still pushing each other around. They're going until that whistle goes. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. It is Seattle Seahawks football once again. Still a 2-possession game. Still a 2-possession game right now. Weird, says Russell. I know, Russ. That was weird, huh? That was weird. How in the wide world of sports did that happen? I don't know, Brent, honestly. So they even have an official upstairs. Like, don't they have someone, an 8th official who's watching the game that could radio in and be like, guys, it's 3rd down. What are you talking about? 1st and 10 coming up right now. Motion on the field, waiting for the snap here. Motion on the field, waiting for the snap. There it is. Darnold looking to the right. Darnold will wind up and throw. This time the pass is incomplete. 2nd down and 10, 12:34. This could be a fast 3 and out if this is what it's going to look like. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick 6, says Rico. It's possible. It is possible. He don't want to run the ball. That boy needs some milk. Get that boy some milk. 2nd and 10. Are they going to give the Seahawks another one? That 1st down didn't count. It'll be 1st and 10 again. Just kidding. 2nd and 10. Looks like an I formation. From the 36-yard line, it's a handoff. Looks like Kenneth Walker breaks through the Texans defense, gets to the 50-yard line across midfield at the 48. 1st down, Seattle. 1st down for the Seahawks. Nico Collins walking back to the locker room here. My guess is concussion protocol, man. That head bounced hard off of the turf with no doubt there, dude. Collins probably done for the day. Collins probably done for the day. For 30 years, I've said that the person with the instant replay button should be considered a ref, says JT. What up, big dog? Our boy JT is in the house. Our boy JT is in the house. Here we go. 1st and 10. Here's the snap from the 48-yard line. Sam Darnold going to wind up and deliver a deep shot downfield. It's incomplete. This will bring up a 2nd down and 10 and stops the clock. No flag on the play. Torrey Horton, I take that back. There is a flag on the play. Torrey Horton. There was a holding, personal foul holding against the defense. The Houston Texans going to commit a hold here. And things not looking good for Houston. That was a good throw. Torrey Horton got that left ankle kind of rolled up on the play. But hold, Houston Texans defense here. That's what it said, right? I see a holding. Oh, it's not on Houston. It's on the Seattle Seahawks. Holding on the Seattle Seahawks. It'll be a replay of second down, guys. Second down and 20. There's a toss here. Second down and 20, a toss to Charbonnet. They definitely pointed in the direction of the defense. Doesn't matter. It's going to bring up a second down now. That last one was a first and 20. My apologies. Okay, I'm distracted. Let me just break down what I see on my TV screen. The catch was made on the left-hand side. My TV screen now says second down and 14. So that's what we're just going to leave it at. I'm not going to push back on these officials today. Just let them do their thing. Okay. I need Collins, says Goonies. That's probably not going to happen at this point, man. Shotgun formation from the 48-yard line. There's the snap. Sam Darnold going to wind up and throw. Catch will be made at about the 44. That football is going to be stripped out here, and I think that's a catch and a fumble unless it's incomplete. They're saying it's caught. They're saying it's fumbled, and it's recovered by the Houston Texans. First down, Houston. Azeez Al-Shaair. That is the ruling on the field. This is probably going to be reviewed, though. 10:47 on the clock, and the Texans defense doing everything that they can. That is a catch, and they strip it out of Arroyo's hands, man. That is a catch and a fumble. It is a first down for the Houston Texans, 1st and 10 at the Houston 46, just shy of midfield. Vamos a ver. Let's see if Houston can capitalize. Another turnover here. Another turnover here. The defense doing everything they can, and C.J. Stroud needs to do more. C.J. Stroud needs to be more. Let's see if they can convert a couple of first downs here. In the absence of Nico Collins, we are undermanned. You've got Noel. You've got Braxton Berrios. You've got maybe, I don't know, Dalton Schultz. Here comes the four-man rush on 1st and 10. A wind-up and a throw. Catch is made by Woody Marks. He breaks a tackle. Woody gets out to the 45-yard line. That's a 9-yard gain. 2nd down and 1. 2nd down and 1. Starts ticking the clock away once again. Running out of time. The Houston Texans down by 2 possessions. Down by 2 possessions. By the way, if the Texans score, they shouldn't go for 2 just yet. Only go for 2 when you need to. They will need it at some point. Here's the snap. Dropping back. Blitz coming in. A wind-up and a throw. Dalton Schultz makes the catch to the 40. That's good for a first down. Dalton Schultz, a 5-yard grab. First down, Houston Texans. Moving the chains. 1st and 10 to the Seattle 40-yard line. The Seattle Seahawks have given up just 141 total yards of offense, and we are deep into the 4th quarter right now with 10 minutes left to go. Stroud takes the snap on 1st and 10. He's in trouble. He will wind up and throw while improvising here. Intended for Hutchinson. Pass is incomplete. It stops the clock. There is a flag on the play. Let's find out what this one is. Uh-oh. Is it roughing the passer? I smell a Texican comeback, says Ballin. Illegal blindside block on the Houston Texans. Wow. Illegal blindside block on the Houston Texans. He was definitely facing Boyamafe Ingram facing his own end zone. I don't think that's necessarily a blindside though, ref. Kind of on the fence about that one. That's a huge penalty, too. Don't know if I like that call, ref. That's a 15-yard penalty. It's a 1st and 25 coming up now. Don't love that flag right here. 1st and 25. Stroud will wind up and throw. It's almost picked off by Job. Intended right there for Dalton Schultz. 2nd down and 25. 2nd down and 25. C.J. Stroud is amazing tonight, says Great Tiger. I can feel the I like the flag since on the Texans, says Scotty Schaefer. 3 and out, says Cashliff. On the Seahawks, right? No, an illegal blindside block here on the Houston Texans. 2nd down and 25. C.J. Stroud, on their own 45-yard line, looking to get some yardage back here. There's the snap on the 4-man rush. Stroud will step up through the pocket. He scrambles. It's a quarterback keep. He will slide and give himself up, going head first. Out to the 45-yard line, 3rd down and 15. 3rd down and 15 now coming up. 3rd down and 15 now coming up. Yeah, I already knew. Mario was just saying, okay, thank you, Rico. Let's see. Houston is getting frustrated. Head injuries are no joke. They sure are not. Why did they take yards off? Says Ree. 3rd down and 15. Here is the snap. 4-man rush coming in trouble. Stroud going to get blown up on the release. It brings up a 4th down and 15. CJ Stroud counting stars right now. 4th down and 15 from the Seattle 45. This would be a 63-yard field goal if they decided to do it. They might have to go for it here on 4th down and 15. Might have to go for it right now. Seattle playing with their food, says Ross. At this point, yeah, they're definitely tearing him up, man. C.J. Stroud wanting a roughing the passer for hitting him below the knees there. Fair call to get. No flag this time. It feels like the officials have a vendetta against these Houston Texans, if I'm being honest. It's a 4th down and 15. C.J. Stroud will take the snap. Pressure coming in. Got to have it play. Stroud is on the run. He is being chased down. He will wind up and throw downfield, looking for a flag. Not going to get it. Woody Marks, the intended receiver. The pass is incomplete, and it's a 1st down. Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks will get the football back with 8:55. Man, it feels like this goose is cooked. 1st and 10 coming up for Seattle right now. Punt and quit, says Dave. Stroud is bad. Stroud looks really bad today. Honestly, he made that catchable. Woody Marks is the problem. That was actually a beautiful throw from C.J. Stroud, who was on the run. Woody Marks let that football go right through his fingers. It went right through his fingers. That was a great throw from C.J. Stroud. I will give him credit where it's due. Rico saying overcooked right now. Texans so bad. How many yards does C.J. Stroud have? 146 passing yards, 1 interception, 0 touchdowns. He has 4 fantasy points today. Sam Darnold, 213, 1 passing touchdown. He has 12 fantasy points today. Jackson Smith-Njigba, would love to see him get some more. Dalton Schultz leading this team with 13 fantasy points right now. Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud, they're both kind of rough, man. They're both kind of rough. Let's see. Stroud is C tier, says Northern DC. At this point, he kind of is, man. Offense is terrible. Don't want to see the Texans on national TV anymore, says Rapache. Rap Apache? Or Apache, what's going on out here at UTSA? What's going on, man? UTSA in the house. UTSA! San Antonio. Game over, says Polly. We need 4 more subscribers, guys. Are there 4 subscribers out there who are willing to help this channel right now? Okay, we're in the 4th quarter. It's time to bring up the upcoming games. Game's not over, guys, but it feels that way. Next week, the Seattle Seahawks will get to celebrate what feels like a win today. Bye week in Week 8 for the Seattle Seahawks. Washington Commanders in Week 9. This will be Sunday Night Football, so I will be live in Week 9 covering the Commanders and the Seahawks. Weeks 10 and 11, same time, 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. These are 2 divisional matchups for the Seattle Seahawks. And then the Seahawks versus the Titans in Week 12. In Week 12, we look over to the other side, and the Houston Texans already planning for their game against the San Francisco 49ers. But the Houston Texans, not so great this season, trying to make up for lost ground, make up for lost time. Texans 2-3 coming into today's game, likely going to leave here 2-4. Here are the Seattle Seahawks with the football, folks. Seahawks with the ball at the 45. Under center, looks like this should be a handoff here. It will be. Kenneth Walker gets the carry right-hand side to the 45, to the 40. That's a good strong run here for Kenneth Walker. There's a flag on the play, though. Let's find out what this flag is. More laundry here from the officials. I think it is beyond the line of scrimmage. This is going to be a hold right now. Holding on the offense, guys. Holding against the Seattle Seahawks. This will be a 10-yard penalty. It happened 2 yards past the line of scrimmage here. So instead of it being a replay of first and being 1st and 20, it'll be a 1st and 18. 1st down and 18. Let's stop the clock. Thank you guys for subscribing to this channel. I'm seeing all these names pop up right now. I appreciate you guys. We are slowly growing. Slowly growing. 4,300 watching right now. Did we get to 1,000 likes yet? Did we get to 1,000 likes yet? 1st and 18. If we did, then we hit our goal. 1st and 18, a shotgun formation for Sam Darnold. The snap, the look left, the look right, the windup, the delivery. It's intercepted. It's coming back. Here we go to the 40. A stiff arm. Out of bounds right there. JSN gets its helmet pushed off, and JSN getting hit with his helmet popped off. Uh-oh, we're getting a tussle right now. Players fighting on the sideline. JSN got blown up without his helmet right now. I wonder if he's okay. Okay. It was an interception right now. That's the 4th turnover of the day for the Seattle Seahawks. And it looks like, honestly, the Houston Texans defense has been good. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he's okay. He's all good. He's all good. Let's see what happened here. Waiting for the call, guys. This is an interception for sure, though. It will be Texans football. There will be more flags thrown up after that play. Let's find out what these flags are. Texans getting every opportunity to get back into this game. Another interception. $15-yard penalty against the interception right here, guys. The team did intercept. It was an interception right here, and it looks like it's going to be unnecessary roughness right there. Jackson Smith-Njigba definitely getting pushed for no reason by Stingley. And the official jumping in between right there, protecting JSN, who doesn't have the helmet right now. Good job by the official taking care of the player right there. Good job by the official taking care of the player. I like that, man. He had no helmet on. You deserve an award out there, my friend. 1st and 10, though. Houston Texans now have the football. They will start this drive at the 48-yard line. Houston will hand this off. Left-hand side this time. Looks like Nick Chubb will pick up 5. 2nd down and 5. Clock is ticking once again. Running out of time right now. It's a 2-possession game, says DJ Jean. It's a 2-possession game right now. Ward saying we only need 35 more likes. Only need 35 more likes. Okay, here's the snap, a windup and a throw. The catch is made. Looks like this time it's going to be just enough. Ooh, this could bring up a 3rd down. Dalton Schultz made the grab. I'm not going to call it 1st down just yet. It looks like a 3rd down and 1. Looks like a 3rd down and 1 right there. Stingley Jr. shouldn't have been hit for that play. That should have been Harrison who got charged for the unnecessary roughness. 7:34 left to go. Boom, he got hit by a truck, says Rico. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap from the 42-yard line. A windup and a throw. The catch is made. It looks like that'll be a 1st down. Xavier Hutchinson making the grab. It is a 1st down right now. 1st down for the Houston Texans. They are at the Seattle Seahawks 29-yard line. Last chance effort here for Houston. Hurry up offense from the 29. The blitz coming in, a windup and a throw. Catch will be made on the left-hand side. Looks like this time Dalton Schultz will make the grab. It brings up a 2nd down and 6, a 4-yard pickup. And looks like Schultz is slow to get up on the sideline here. He did make the grab, but he did take a hit. So he made the grab. He got pushed. Maybe he just lost his breath. I don't know. Could be out of gas right now. Schultz has been out on the field for a while. 2nd down and 6, though. They're calling it a 2nd and 5. Dalton Schultz holding the right shoulder, so now even he is out on this play. Blitz coming in once again. C.J. Stroud will wind up and throw. A lot of contact on the play. No flag by the officials. 3rd down and 5 coming up. It stops the clock with 6:33. Can Houston show up now? Dalton Schultz going to play through the ailment he has. Schultz rests for 1 play. He checks back in the huddle. Stroud counting players, now making the call. making sure everybody hears him. Here's the break. And 3rd down and 5 for Houston. Houston Texans looking to answer with some points. 1 receiver at the top of the screen, 2 receivers at the bottom. Stroud surveys. Stroud will wind up and throw this one upfield. This is going to be almost intercepted again. And Job doing a fantastic job. Hutchinson, the intended receiver, 0 separation there. 0 separation from Hutchinson on a simple go route. He got jammed up at the line of scrimmage, and he got beat by the defense. Great job by Job on that play. Underthrown by C.J. Stroud. That was dangerous. Hutchinson's job then became to make sure that ball is not intercepted. It's a 4th down coming up, and a must-have 4th down for the Houston Texans. 6:27 on the clock. Houston with the football. They are just outside the red zone. On 4th down, they're going for it. In trouble, will wind up and throw. The catch is made. 1st and goal coming up for Houston. That's going to be a big catch by Noel. 1st and goal coming up for the Houston Texans. They could make this a 1-possession game if they can score here. They can make this a 1-possession game if they can score right now. Looking for their 2nd touchdown of the game. Texans looking to keep this game interesting. The defense has been great for Houston, and they have not used any timeouts. A 1-possession game is very different than a 2-possession game with this much time remaining. Here we go. Houston coming to life right now. Can they get the paint job? 1st and goal from 3 yards out. Stroud under center, takes the snap, hands this off left-hand side, getting wrapped up almost enough. They're calling it short, just barely short. 2nd down. Got to get back quickly here, guys. It's a 2nd and goal from about the half-a-yard line. Woody Marks got the carry and didn't quite find the end zone there. Here's the replay. Woody Marks really fighting for it. Great job by the official to make sure that that was not given a touchdown there. So this could be a quarterback sneak. It's a little play action going to the right-hand side. Stroud will wind up and throw this one away. 2nd and goal becomes 3rd and goal. It stops the clock with 5:12. Incomplete pass. They are at the half-a-yard line. This should be a quarterback sneak, but C.J. Stroud, a bit of an undersized quarterback. 3rd and goal. Houston needs a touchdown, and they need it bad. Okay, where do they go from here? Who do they target on this 3rd down? I would be handing this off to my running back, giving him a direct snap like they do in Pittsburgh, letting him do the quarterback sneak. We've got a single back formation. Stroud will take it on 3rd and goal. A shot to the end zone, almost intercepted, swatted down by Okada. And this will bring up a 4th and goal with 5:08. Gonna need this one. This should be a quarterback sneak right now. They need to do something special. DeMeco Ryans can't think outside the box offensively. The defense for these Houston Texans has been pretty good at forcing turnovers and making life difficult for Darnold, but the offense needs something now. 4th and goal. 4th and goal. Looks like timeout's going to come in right now. First timeout taken for the Seattle Seahawks with 5:08. So timeout called. Seattle will get 30 seconds here. 30 seconds here. Why are they not running? It's a half a yard. Who is calling these plays? Apparently the Seattle Seahawks, because instead of giving it to Marshawn Lynch, they're going to put this in the hands of C.J. Stroud. We'll see what happens here. This should be a running back play, man. Something simple. Maybe even a quarterback sneak, maybe a designed quarterback run. Something has to happen. Give it to the fullback, says Rico. That's a great idea. That is a fantastic idea. But the Seattle Seahawks defense not giving up much. We are looking at an I formation right now. 4th and goal with 5:08 left to go. Stroud gets motion on the field. There's the snap. It is going to be a handoff, fighting his way in and not getting it. He is stuffed. There's a flag, though. There's a flag on the play. Who is this one on? It's a false start on the offense. That penalty should just be declined. Bro, why wouldn't you decline that? Why wouldn't you decline that? They're going to give them another chance. 4th down and goal from the 5. It's 4th down. They didn't get the touchdown. Why would you not decline that? That is the dumbest accepting of a penalty. Oh, I guess we talked about this the other day. If it was a false start, it doesn't matter because it happened before the play. You can't decline the false start. We did just talk about that the other day. It is a false start. It was a dead play. You can't decline the dead play foul right there. So, okay, makes sense to me. Sorry, guys. Sorry to confuse anybody. Sorry to confuse you guys. False start happened before the play. Cannot be declined. Cannot be declined. Okay, 4th and goal. 4th and goal. Seattle Seahawks to the 5, backed up to their 5-yard line, but C.J. Stroud gets another chance right here. I guess the false start, probably a good thing for the Houston Texans. Let's go. 4th and goal. 5 minutes left to go. They need 2 touchdowns. Motion on the field. C.J. Stroud on 4th down. Can he find the end zone? Here is the snap. That looked offsides to me. A wind up and a shot to the end zone. Incomplete. This is going to be a turnover here. C.J. Stroud. That looked offsides to me, guys. The Seahawks going to get the football here. And this means a turnover and basically lights out at this point. It's basically lights out at this point. 1st and 10 now coming up for the Seattle Seahawks. Yeesh. C.J. Stroud should just quit football, says Alien Side. Man, that looked offsides to me on the Seattle Seahawks defense. Definitely beating the ball on the snap there. And C.J. Stroud looking for someone in the corner. Bad play. Bad play. Nah, safety. Nah, man, safety time. I don't think so, dude. I don't think it's a safety coming in. You never know. The Texans already got a defensive touchdown from this exact position here. 1st and 10 from the Seattle Seahawks on their 5-yard line. C.J. Stroud not able to produce for the offense, so it's the defense's chance to try and score some points right now. Here is the play. Here is the handoff. Zach Charbonnet going to get wrapped up. He will pick up a yard, maybe 2. Hey, he keeps going. A 3-yard gain here, 2nd down and 7. A couple of first downs for the Seattle Seahawks, and this game is going to be done. Why did they not run, says Sarah. Good question there, Sarah. Good question. Is Jackson Smith-Njigba in this game? Honestly, he is. He does have over 100 receiving yards already. He does have over 100 receiving yards already for JSN. 13 targets, 8 receptions, 123 and a touchdown, 26 fantasy points. 2nd down and 7. 4 minutes and 57 seconds. By the way, timeout was called by the Houston Texans, so let's add a little bit of time. Now Houston calling some defensive timeouts to slow down the Seattle Seahawks. It's still a 2-possession game. 3 doesn't help Houston, says Vicious Tuna. 3 does not help Houston. Under center, the snap, this time dropping back. Darnold's going to air this out to JSN. Overthrown. 3rd down and 7 stops the clock with 4:51 on the incomplete pass. They should have just handed it off. Should have just handed it off. They're giving the Houston Texans some time here. Walker touchdown incoming. Only done by 2 scores, says Rico. They had 4 opportunities to run it a half yard, and they threw it every time, says Paulie. They sure did. 22.3 fantasy points for JSN, says Kale. Here we go, 3rd and 7. Motion on the field. Waiting for the snap now. Sam Darnold on 3rd down. Darnold from the 9-yard line will take the snap against the 4-man rush. He's in trouble. He will get sacked as he go down for a safety down at the 1-yard line. Oh, man, Autry almost forced a safety right there. That would have been amazing if they could get it. Instead, 4th down, timeout going to be called again by the Houston Texans. They have 1 remaining. Darnold was inside of his own end zone before going down. He did go into his own end zone. He turned his back to the challenge and went down at the 1-yard line. So close to giving up that safety right there. So close to giving up that safety right there, man. 4th down and 1. The punt team will come out quickly here for the Seattle Seahawks. C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. Another opportunity. Another opportunity for C.J. Stroud. Seahawks might just want to take a safety, says Rob. Kind of looks like that. Here's the kickoff. The punt, I should say. Here is the punt coming back, going to be returned from the 45 out to the 50, and the Houston Texans have half a field to work with as Braxton Berrios goes down at the 50-yard line. 4:34 left in this football game. 4:34 left in this football game, and the Houston Texans are still alive. Houston Texans still alive somehow, some way. Okay, I can't believe that the Seahawks also didn't just run the football and force the Houston Texans to at least use all 3 of their timeouts. Now Houston has 1 timeout remaining. 4:34 on the clock, 1st and 10. 4:34 on the clock. It's a 1st down and 10. This time, C.J. Stroud will take the snap against the 4-man rush. Stroud will wind up and deliver a shot upfield. The catch is made inside the 30. Joel making another big catch for 22 yards. That's a 1st down. 1st and 10, this time at the 28-yard line after the 22-yard grab. 1st and 10 from the 28. Shotgun formation. Looks like Dalton Schultz is the wide receiver at the bottom of the screen. C.J. Stroud running to the right. He will wind up and throw. And all of a sudden, there is Dalton Schultz who makes the grab. Another 1st down. A 13-yard play. A 1st down here for the Houston Texans. The clock will continue to tick. Less than 4 minutes left to go. Hurry up offense at the 15-yard line. C.J. Stroud waiting for the snap here. Hurry up offense, no huddle. There's the snap. Stroud surveying, will wind up and throw. This pass incomplete. It stops the clock with 3:42. 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10. Houston at the Seattle 15. C.J. Stroud is 21 of 46 tonight. Less than 50% completion, folks. Less than 50% completion for C.J. Stroud. It has been rough for our boy. C.J. 7 has been bad, man. C.J. Stroud. Here's the snap coming in. Looking to the right, looking to the left. Whistles coming in. There's a flag. It's going to be a false start. I saw it. It's going to be on the right guard. So I'm not even going to start the clock. My guess is false start. Yup, false start on the Texans. On the guard, 5-yard penalty, replay, 2nd down. It's 2nd down and 15. 2nd down and 15 with 3:42. Over 41.5, says Frank B8I. Sick of these flags, man, says Julie. Sick of them. Do you think Darnold will have 8 more passing yards, asks 707. I hope so, and I hope they all go to JSN. I hope so, and I hope they all go to JSN. 2nd down and 15. Waiting for the snap right now. C.J. Stroud with the running back to either side. Play clock down to 5. Stroud needs to get the play off here. The blitz coming in. This time pressure. A wind up and a throw. Catch made in the backfield. This play will go backwards, losing yardage. 3rd down and 16 now to the Seattle 21. Braxton Berrios making the catch out of the backfield. The clock is hot once again. They need to get this play, and they need to get it quickly. They need to take a shot to the end zone here, honestly, man. I don't know what's going on with this Texans offense, but this Seattle Seahawks defense looks really, really good. Shotgun formation. Here is the snap. C.J. Stroud dropping back to his own 30 or to the 30-yard line. The run. Stroud will scramble. Stroud gonna see a flag come in. Gives himself up 1 yard shy of the line to gain. There's a flag on the play with 3:01 left to go. Let's find out what this one is. It's going to be illegal contact. A penalty here. Illegal contact. Wow. Illegal contact on the defense. It is just going to be a 5-yard penalty, I guess, from wherever the end of this one, and forced from the 3-yard line. Let's read this. C.J. Stroud scrambles to the right to the Seattle 6-yard line for 15 yards. Penalty on the Seattle number 13. Looks like Jones. Illegal contact, 3 yards and forced from the 6. It becomes 1st and goal. Just going with it, guys. A 1st and goal coming up right now for the Houston Texans at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. This is familiar. Deja vu motion on the field. Can Woody Marks score this time? A little play action once again. Stroud will step up and throw. Catch is made. No, it's not. Woody Marks cannot hang on. 2:55. 2nd down and goal. 2nd down and goal with 2:55. Woody Marks can't hang on to the pass. He had the football in his hands, and it got jarred loose. Great job to jar that one loose by Thomas. Touchdown is here, says Rico. Let's see. How are they going to blow it this time, says Joey. Stop passing the football, says Todd Tier. 2nd down and goal from the 3-yard line. C.J. Stroud under center sends a man in motion. He will take the snap and hands it off. Woody Marks gets blown up for a loss, and this will bring up a 3rd down from the 4-yard line, and a timeout going to need to be called, or the time will continue to slip away. They got to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. The choice to hand it off. Too little, too late. Great read this time by the Seahawks defense. Seahawks defense bringing it. Goal line defense standing tall right now for Seattle. So 2:25 left to go. They will need to get one more snap in here before we get to the 2-minute warning. Shotgun formation. Stroud waits for it. He takes it. The blitz coming in again. It's actually just a 4-man rush. Stroud needs to scramble. Stroud got to do something. Pressure coming in. Stroud will wind up and throw. The catch is made. It's a touchdown. Touchdown, Texans. Woody Marks going to be there to make the play. Woody Marks is slow to get up, but it is a touchdown for the Houston Texans, and they get 6 points on the board. Woody Marks slow to get up. It's a 4-yard touchdown grab. Look, man, if I'm Houston, I know I need the 2-point conversion, but I don't need it yet. If you go for the 2 now and you do not convert, it remains a 2-possession game. If they don't go for the 2-point conversion and they get the extra point, just like this, the kick is up, the kick is good, it's a 1-possession game. Now, if the Texans, which my guess is they're going to try to onside kick here, if the Texans, with 2:04 left to go, that does stop the clock with a 2-minute warning. That's a free stop of the clock and a timeout. I don't know. You kick off. I think you kick off. No onside kick. No onside kick. That's what I would do if I'm Houston. I'm going to kick this one away. I'm going to let the Houston Texans defense do what they've done all day and hope that Houston can try to get the football back some way. Either way, they're going to need to stop a big 1st down. Not an onside kick, says AI Spider. I agree. AI Spider, I think they need to kick this one like a true kickoff here. They get to stop the clock with a 2-minute warning. Actually, they won't, because the kickoff itself will take us to the 2-minute warning. So, questions here, right? How do you manage that? You're too close to the 2-minute warning to really kick this one off and have that really affect you. They're not going to get a play here unless they kick it through the back of the end zone, which would be the smart thing to do. Okay, if they kick this one through the back of the end zone, then there's no time taken off the clock. They don't have to waste this time out. He should put this one at the 35-yard line and not allow the Seahawks to return. That is the right move here. Kick this as hard and as far as you can. Do not let them return. Save that time out here. That's the smart move. Let's see if they do it. There is the kickoff. This one is going to not be. They're going to return it. Bad kickoff here. The choice to return it, they're going to lose a timeout by doing that. This time they'll start the drive at the 28-yard line. This takes us to the 2-minute warning. Instead, they could have had one free play or forced them to get that for, 2nd down. 2-minute warning coming up right now. Bad kickoff here, man. That's a bad kickoff. I don't like it. We go to the 2-minute warning. Seahawks with the football now. This could have been a 1st and 10 with 2:04 and then one play and a stopping of the clock. Bad choice right there. I know, Lucinda, we're cooking, aren't we? Okay, 8 points. We go to overtime, says Rico. Bad coaching, says Joey Montoya. This is what they call ugly football, says Julie. The Texans should have kicked that one off all the way through the back of the end zone. We would have a 1st and 10 with 2:04. The next play would happen. The Seahawks, if the Texans defense was able to make a stop, would then be facing a 2nd down and whatever situation it was. But a 2nd down in whatever situation with an extra timeout is a lot better than a 1st and 10 with that extra timeout. Time would start on the kickoff. It still would have taken off at least 4 seconds, says Sam. No, wouldn't the start have that's not true, Sam. The kickoff wouldn't have started the clock. The kickoff, we only would have had the clock start if the opposite player would have touched the football. If that kickoff would have gone through the back of the end zone, it would be 2:04. It would be 2:04. It's a bad kickoff. Bad choice. Cupper JSN about to cook right now, says Epic's nobody, man. They're going to turn around and hand this off, and it's going to run. They're going to run this one 100 times right now. If the game starts and it's 15 minutes here to start the 2nd quarter and they kick this one off and it goes through the back of the end zone, there's still 15 minutes on the clock. This would have been a free play and the smart thing to do for Houston. It was the bad choice. It was the wrong choice. Veridify checking in. What's going on, Veridify? Bad snap. Rico has been saying that all day. Bad snap, he says. Kenneth Walker touchdown incoming? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. 1st and 10, guys. See, run that ball, says Cosmo Flying. They are going to run this football. That's the smart thing to do here for the Seattle Seahawks. Houston Texans not thinking things through today. Bad coaching here. Special teams coach should have had his eye on that one. The special teams coach should have said to send it, man. Am I covering the Dallas-Denver game? You bet your bottom dollar I am, Phil. 158. Single back formation. It is Zach Charbonnet out here. JSN is on the move. It's going to be a handoff to Charbonnet. Charbonnet will pick up a few yards. Quick timeout going to be called here by the Houston Texans. It will be their final, stopping the clock with 1:53. 2nd down and 7 coming up now. 2nd down and 7. They might need to pick up just one more 1st down for this game to be over. Needed this game to be over. Good game, chat says. Go hot. They would have been better to kick it out of bounds so they could not have returned. That's true, Gary. That's true. The time was way more important than the field position. Facts. Clock management was horrible this game, says DJ Gene. Betta, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you for checking into the chat, guys. Okay. 2nd down and 7. 1:53 left to go. The Seattle Seahawks with the football here at the 31-yard line. Not a victory formation yet. Houston Texans looking to do something special. JSN is on the move. Zach Charbonnet is the single back here. Charbonnet will get the carry. He will be wrapped up on 2nd down and 7. It becomes 3rd down and about 3, a 4-yard pickup. So 3rd down and 3 on a 4-yard gain. Clock is ticking, 1:42. Gonna get one more play. Thank you, Rolly Flores. Rolly in the house. What up, Rolly? I just want to Rolly. Hey, I just want some ice on my wrist so I look better when I dance. Yeah. I guess all I ever wanted was a Rolly. What's going on, Rolly? 3rd down and 3 coming up right now here for the Seattle Seahawks. Motion on the field, an I formation. Sam Darnold waiting for the snap. He will hand this off, and looks like Charbonnet will get wrapped up on 3rd down and 3. They bring him down. It brings up a 4th down and about 4, and no way to stop the clock here. They're going to get the football with maybe 10 seconds. Ooh, there is a way to stop the play. There's a flag on the field right now. Okay. Waiting for it here. Personal foul. It's going to be on the defense here, man. Come on, defense. It's unnecessary roughness against the Houston Texans defense. That will be an automatic 1st down, and the Seahawks can now celebrate. Looks like a foul, unnecessary roughness on this one. And that's going to be all she wrote. 1st and 10. The Texans had a chance. Instead, victory formation for the Seattle Seahawks, guys. Victory formation for the Seattle Seahawks. Throw or Sam throw it. Nothing out here, man. Texans coaching / play calling lost them the game. They had so many opportunities. They had 4 turnovers in this game forced against the Seattle Seahawks. There is the knee. Going to start this one. They will need to take one more officially to end this game, but this game is done. This will be your final score, folks. This will be your final score. So, Seahawks will win this game. Jackson Smith literally 2 receiving yards away, shaking my head from 125. Is that what you needed? There is the knee. Again, final score. All right, guys, that's it. We were live for this doubleheader today. Let's take a quick look here. The doubleheader today looks like we did just quite all right out here. 74,000 views on the second live stream starting in late right now. Thank you very much to all of the newbies who are in the house. Beta, thank you very much out there. Beta316, appreciate you, my friend. Welcome to Football Nation. Papa Locke saying, first time I've ever gotten the pleasure to take in a game with you, says Papa Locke. Internet went out in the house. Thanks for the awesome and entertaining coverage. Papa Locke, appreciate that, sir. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Willie. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is over, and the Seattle Seahawks will win this game. That is your final score today, guys. If there are maybe 17 more people who can help us get to 54.7, it would be greatly appreciated. In the meantime, guys, we're going to talk about next week. That was the final game of Week 7. Week 8, please forget the dates right here. These dates are incorrect. This will be Thursday Night Football. This will be Sunday Night Football. This will be Monday Night Football in Week 8. Bye-week teams are listed there. Be sure to find your teams over here. I will be live for the following games. This week in Week 8, I will be live for Thursday Night Football. Thursday Night Football against the Vikings and the Chargers. Then I will be live for the – I'm actually thinking we might pivot here. The way the Houston Texans are looking, if this is the way the Texans are going to play, this could be a blowout. We saw an upset not too long ago. This rematch could be a lot more interesting. We might switch it to this game. I will call Santino tomorrow, and we're going to talk about it and see which game might make the most sense. But I will also be live for the Dallas Cowboys versus the Denver Broncos, and I will be live Sunday night for the Green Bay Packers versus these guys right here, these Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Aaron Rodgers against his old team. That's got a storyline baked right into it for Sunday next week. And then Monday Night Football will be Washington Commanders and the Kansas City Chiefs, guys. Do not forget to sign up for the weekly pick'ems. If you are curious as to the weekly pick'ems right there, you can click the link that I just dropped in the chat. It's also in the description down below of the video. Yeah, you guys can sign up for that. So I've got a few minutes, man. It is 12:30 right now, 12:30 p.m. Should have done a power play on this leg, says Giovanni. Gosh, what a day. Okay, guys. Anybody got any comments, questions, concerns, short stories for me while we are here? We're hanging out. I got a few minutes. I know it's late, guys. 12:30 p.m. Looking for 5 more subscribers if they're out there. Paulie saying, how many do you need? It's okay, man. If we don't get it, we don't get it. If we don't get it, we don't get it. Let's effing go to sleep, says Courtney. Courtney, you're welcome to go. Go get some rest. Country kisses. I think I can handle the chat from this point on. Did you just sing Rolly? I did, Super Dad. I totally did, dude. Mike saying, hey, I'm texting. Should fire their head coach on the plane ride home, says Mike. DeMeco Ryans is a defensive mind right there, but hey, 12:30 a.m. you mean? Yes, 12:30 a.m. in San Antonio, Texas. How many do you need? I'll make 10. No, none of those. I want real, authentic growth, and I want it to be organic. So all of this is organic. What is Daniel's status? Good question. Mario, gracias, bro, a.k.a. San Antonio, Cintigo. Cesar, bienvenidos, mi amigo, LOL. Are we kicked out? No, country, you're good. Because of that, I'm subscribing, says Super Dad. Let's go, Super Dad. Football Nation for the win, says Mad Max. Okay, that was crazy. What's crazy is that when C.J. Stroud first came to the Texans, they were elite, and now they're just losing consistently or constantly losing games. They are, man. They are. YNW Wemby. I am a Wemby fan. We did hit 54.7, guys. Thank you for that one. Puro 210 says Cesar. Let's see. Okay, guys. Final questions. Will Santino be back? Yes, Northern DC. Santino will be back. He will have one more game that he will be casting for us. It should be the Germany game. I only needed help, guys, because my voice can only handle 3 live streams at a day. Like, my voice can only handle 3 live streams in a day. When we were doing 4 games in a day, my voice was going out. Santino was helping me so that we can get as many play calls and as many games in as possible. Santino is still out here, guys. He's doing all the slides for the channel. He's doing all the trivia for the channel. He is my right-hand man in this project right now. And, you know, it's just nice. Do you want this channel to be a full-time job? Charles, this channel already is my full-time job. I left my full-time job doing sales for an IT company back in March to do Football Nation. And honestly, bro, I'm not going back, dude. I feel very good about the trajectory of this channel. 54,000 subscribers might not seem like a lot to some people, but I tell you what, with 54,000 true subscribers right now, this is definitely my full-time job. And honestly, man, I couldn't be prouder of what we've done. I've taken this brand in less than 3 years from just a side project while I worked 3 jobs at a time to pay the bills, became a network engineer, you know, finished my degree, got moved up from my position as just a regular field tech, became a network engineer, did that for a couple of years while helping grow the channel. I was working the full-time job and doing Football Nation on the side, and Football Nation eventually got to a point where it just made sense for me to commit everything that I got into it. And honestly, it was the best decision of my life so far. So far. Junior asking the question, what is the correct pronunciation of your name? Is it Mario? Like it's Mario, like Super Mario. Mario. Wah! You know what I'm saying? Okay, guys. Thank y'all for all the support out here. Thank you guys for all of the love. Have you given your picks for next week? Not just yet, DJ Gene, but we will have time later this week. You had 5,500 more people than the big guys, says Walt. Let's go, Walt. That's the plan, man. Cool, and thanks for the answer, says Junie. Mario has NFL people skills. I guess I do, Wally. Thank you for checking in. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I've got. I am done for the night. I'm going to go downstairs and go put my head on a pillow. I think it's time. No streams for the next couple of games, guys. No live streams for the next couple of days. We might drop a long-form piece of content or maybe a creative one here between now and Thursday Night Football. But our next game will be Thursday Night Football. Dago Crago, thank you for the subscribe. DJ Gene saying you're keeping up with Grossi. That's the plan, man. That's the plan. All right, guys, you've been watching Football Nation. My name is Mario Manuel. Until next time, let's effing go. Peace out, y'all.